Houston, our instruments are showing that we have a incoming message from deep space. Repeat, Houston, we have an incoming message from deep space. Houston, we will begin playing message now. Houston, we're going to try and translate that up here. Hold for translation. Translation complete. We'll begin playing message now.
Hey, it's me, Melissa.
What do you do when the aliens invade? Take a shot of MK Ultra and watch Melissa Jade. Put on your tinfoil hat and tune right in. We got that crime spree, flat earth theories, government conspiracies, a complex Mandela effects, unidentified objects, a mind expanding, fake moon landing, where it all bends understanding. It's me, Melissa. It's me, Melissa. Aliens is on the sun or in Area 51. Time travels, unravels, haunted castles, cops are baffled, potential experimental thoughts that make you transcendental. It's me, Melissa. It's me, Melissa. Crime sprees, flat earth theories, government conspiracies, complex Mandela effects, unidentified objects of mind expanding, fake moon landing, what it all bends understanding. It's me, Melissa. It's me, Melissa.
Hello, everybody. How are you? Happy Saturday. Hello, Harlot people. May we have Simply Complex. Chase is on the case. Michelle L, Amanda, Nana Banana, Artemis Prime. Oh, Michelle's like, I couldn't miss another episode with MJ. I've missed everyone for a week, maybe two. Well, we missed you and you are here, and that's all that matters. Hey, Mindy. Mindy says she sings the intro to her dog every day. Oh, I love that. That's awesome. What kind of dog do you have? Hello, JM's, Grateful Mama, Kim VZ. We have Petunia, Melanie. Thank you, Weeb Gobshite, a member for 3 months. Best community ever. Thank you for a safe phone. That's so sweet of you. Thank you guys. You guys are the ones who make it that way. So thank you so much for 3 months of amazing support. We have Tiffany, Little Red O, Beach Lover, Gina. Oh no, I've had such bad vibes today. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Hi, Crime Crochet Cafe. Oh, I gotta check it out. I've slacked really bad on my emails. It's been a crazy, crazy week. Hey Loki, and so I promise I'll catch back up on everything. Mindy just gifted 5 darn memberships. Thank you so much. It's very kind of you. Congratulations to all our new members. Please make sure to thank Mindy in the chat if you are a lucky recipient. Go Geeks! Oh my god. What you doing? Oh my god, I'm so honored. Hello, welcome. We're happy to have you here. Hi. She's a beagle mix. Oh, I want to see. That's so sweet. Oh, thank you so much. Scallops and asparagus in a couple of hours for us. I don't eat seafood. Hi, Hazel Eyes. I don't eat seafood. So that sounds horrific. I like asparagus though. I do like asparagus, but the scallops, no, I've never had a scallop, but I know how to make scallops, if that makes sense. I never have, but I've watched enough Gordon Ramsay to know you put the bacon around a scallop and you like broil it, I think. but I've never had one and I never want to, but it sounds good for you. Hi, God's Child. Hi, Claudia. Hi, Cat 111. Freak Snakes Unite. And I'm so mad because, I hung it out on Deeds for a long time last night. And I was like, okay, I'm going to go to bed now. Then shit popped off. And I was like, oh, no, I missed it all. Hi, Chase on the keys. Hello, Crystal. Okay, so, hi, Roro. We're going to continue on with our Tisha. Akasha. Hi, Akasha. No, I don't eat tuna salad. That tuna was the one thing I used to eat a little bit, like once a year, maybe for like a span of 5 years, like a tuna sandwich. But now I'm like, what the fuck was I thinking? No, I don't want. But I do if I go to a hibachi restaurant, I will do the steak and shrimp combo, but I ask the guy, can you chop the steak up into little pieces? Because even the sight of it grosses me out. And I want you to keep it on that hibachi all the way to the end. Like, burn it, make it well done so it doesn't have a fishy texture. And I want you to soak it in like that teriyaki. And that's the only seafood I will have. I do not like seafood. Ooh, what you making, Akasha? Dude, my niece, my 1-year-old niece eats sardines like out of the can, the eyeballs, the fins, like whatever it is. I don't know why. Like I've never seen a 1-year-old who loves food so much, and there isn't anything that this kid will not eat. Okay. And I, for a good month, every time she tried to kiss me, I was like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, kid, but get that mouth away from me. Get that sardine mouth away from me. That's how much it skis me out. I don't like it. I don't like it. So listen, hi, Crime Crochet Cafe. Yes, I know, Charlotte. I was like, damn it. Geez, yeah, it's fishy kisses. It's fishy kisses. My brother loves I didn't know they had flavored sardines. I don't know why that surprises me, but she just, I'm like, what is, no, no, no. And like a 1-year-old, like they come up to your face and like, and I'm like, no, I love you. Get that mouth away from me, man. Man, hi, Pinchy Becky. Yeah, and Akasha was actually the one who introduced me to, what is it called again? The Mexican corn with the mayo, carne? No, that's meat. What is it called again? It's like the corn, Mexican street corn with the mayo and something you guys will say it in a second. Elote. Wow, I was really off with that. Elote. And I only know about that because of Kasha. And screw that. Yeah, screw elote too. Anything mixed with like hot mixed with mayo. Ugh, no. No. Oh man. Well, that sounds great for you, Simply Guys. Again, I like the asparagus part, not the salmon part. No, thank you. No, thank you. Yes, elote. Elote. Hi, a million sparkles. Oh man. Okay. So we last left off with Tisha. And okay, like I'm trying to remember where like the last, because I remember I reminded myself, don't forget this, and now I forgot it. I'll jump back a minute where we left off with Letecia, but I do know, and I'm pulling it up. Okay, let me see. Here we are. So this call. Oh, we last left off and we heard the call with Harley on Valentine's Day. Then she did a call with the YouTuber. Remember the YouTuber? Oh my God, my brain is not working today. Kit Kat. And then she did another call. Why does it say 150 though? We would have been back over here, 203. Yeah. So then this call is, again, it says unknown, but I am assuming it's with the YouTuber again, and we're going to pick right back up where we last left off. So this call would be on February 17th. No. Hold on. I'm starting to get, no, because it wouldn't be that. It didn't save my place, guys. That's why I'm getting confused right now. February 14th. Okay, unknown daughter. Okay, so this would be February 18th. Hold on one second. And I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me just confirm. I don't remember if we ended with Harley last time or if we ended with the unknown caller. Let me go in and look. Harley asked Aunt Brenda for $100 in the human finally, right? No, okay. Yeah. So we ended with Harley. Sorry, guys. All right. So this one we're picking up and it says unknown. I think it's going to be again with the YouTuber. And if it is, she was already speaking as Taylor and pushing that narrative to get out. And it's just so funny to me because this was her communication to like YouTube. Like, and this case went crazy. And hello, anybody I missed while I was trying to figure that out. I see Be Real. I see Johnny, KD, Cherokee Girl, Escape with K Love, Blue, Christina J, Darlene, Crystal, yay, Daniel, happy Saturday. I see so many amazing people. Tracy L. So, Grandma Nini. So, it would have been with Harley because we listened to the unknown call, but it was quick. It was with the hi Punksy. It was with Musicity Mom Jennifer M. Sprinkled Dognut. It was with the YouTuber, but it was very short. Remember, it was like, "How's your dad doing? Dad's not doing good." And at the end, she was saying, "I'm sorry, like that letter you wrote with me." And you signed it Taylor, it got around and people are not happy. And she's like, nah, who gives a crap? Like I go crazy and then I'm back in it. And then she spoke to Harley and she got on Harley and she was like, you didn't do the app, did you? And Harley's like, actually, no, yes, I did. And it's in, it's pending. That's where we last left off. So this one is going to be on February 18th. And this is again unknown, but I'm assuming it's going to be the YouTuber again. I may be wrong. But I guess we're going to find out now. 2852. Perfect. So let's get right into it. Hi, Riley. Yay. Hi, Deb. Okay. Real John Doe. So let's get right into it.
This in the box on the app. You have to scroll down and find relationship.
Okay.
All right. Love you.
Bye. Love you. Bye.
Thank you for using.
Hey, Letecia.
Hey, sorry, yesterday I hung up and I was like, oh, try back tomorrow.
No, you know what happened? I had money on there. Okay, it was there last month.
Okay, so this is with the YouTuber because you see how they said, oh, sorry, I hung up yesterday. That was, well, it wasn't. Yes, it wasn't. Oh, yeah, it was the day before. It was the day before that she spoke to the YouTuber. So this would be the YouTuber. Hi, B Crumbs. This would be the YouTuber that goes by Kit Kat. Again, I don't know if she's still active on YouTube, but hi, Nay, my snot rocket. I don't know if she's still active on YouTube, but what I do know is this craze was very much in the social media spotlight. And I remember numerous YouTubers were covering Letecia and openly talking to her, whether it was a phone or letters. And so she's one of them that, and we went through a couple of her letters. And so Letecia very much knew everything that she was saying to the YouTuber were going to get onto social media. And I think she did that intentionally to push her narrative that she wanted to push. Hi, Allie.
No, you know what happened? I had money on there. Okay, it was there last month. And then when you were calling, it said it wasn't on there. And he said if you hurry, get online and put it on there, the inmate will call back, right?
Right.
And so I went online. Their system was down. I had to call customer service to get it all taken care of. It was a nightmare.
Oh, gosh.
I'm like, where did that money go? Well, my state now takes taxes
Hey, Bellis.
also besides Colorado.
Wait, it takes taxes?
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that's something new though. So I'm like, wait a minute, I know there was money there.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well, we have this new system too, so they've been probably trying to promote people to, like, we have like a FaceTime thing now where you can like FaceTime people. And so they've been, like, people have been going crazy using it. Like, some people that have time out for like 3 hours has been literally sitting on it for 3 hours. So,
Oh my God, really?
That mouth breather. Again, if you don't already know, we refer to Tisha as mouth breather because she's always like, she's like, it's really gross. But what's it called? She's sitting here laughing and referring to other people being so obsessed with it. Yet, how many times did we hear her get on Harley for finish this app? Do the pro. I want to FaceTime you. I want to FaceTime you. So that's exactly what you're going to be doing. But I think there is a deeper reason. Kathy for. I think there is a deeper reason why Harley may have been pushing that off a bit. Not just because of, yeah, she's going to be, a little bit irresponsible at that age and kind of push that off. But I think that she maybe subconsciously wasn't ready yet to make the step of looking at her mom. She has not seen her mom. As far as I know, I don't think they were going in for visits. If I am wrong, please correct me. But she hasn't seen her since she's been charged with Gannon's murder. And it's very different when you have to look at them in the eyes versus just hearing them on the phone. And I think that subconsciously Harley may have pushed that off a little bit because it made her a bit nervous. Hi, Catherine. Hi, Courtney. Mrs. Bendover. Bernadette. Yes, she does this uncomfortable laugh when she lies, but it always comes out her mouth. Again, I feel very badly for this phone and whoever has to use it after her, but she's a mouth breather. She's like it's very gross. It's very, very gross.
So they probably, like, the customer service probably has been, like, loaded because it's the same people, the GTO people. So they install these new tablets and you can, like, play music on them, messaging, send pictures, like, stuff like that. And so the people have been, like, going crazy with them. Yeah.
Hello, Ginger Busse. Oh, crap, I forgot how you told me. Busse, right? Makes me sad, though. But hey, Ginger. Bussy.
Oh, so you got a tablet now?
Well, they have them in the wards, and, like, you have to sign them out and stuff like that. And so what it is like I FaceTime Harley. So, like, it's just like FaceTime, except it's a different app. And so you just, once the people get registered in the system and stuff like that, you go to the little tablet and you press call now or, visit now or whatever. And, like, if they got the app, it rings to their phone. So it, like, picks up and there's the video, you know what I mean?
Oh, really?
Yeah, so they got that, and then there's, like, music on there.
Same.
There's people watch movies on it. They don't allow that in my ward, not movies and stuff like that. But the other wards, they get to do movies. They get to play games. They get to. It was so bad that people were taking the tablets and they were, like, carrying them to other cells, and the people were getting on them after their 3 hours. They were still getting on them 2 more hours from other people. So yeah, they had to, like, break down, like, become hard on them on that because they were taking advantage of the system. But I don't get that much time out, so it ain't like, I only have an hour or so, but it's just the people that had 3 hours, 6 hours, stuff.
So you're jealous. That's what you are.
So you only get an hour throughout the day or 1 hour at a time?
Like 1 hour for each day.
Really?
Yeah. So what I would do is I just, like, schedule it with Harley, and then didn't do the rest of my stuff, and that was that. But
wait, what? You're making it appear like you would just schedule it with Harley and bitch, you haven't had at this point a video. I mean, maybe you just did like a day before, because it was only the day before that Harley finally submitted her license and everything, and it was pending. But you're making it seem like you have been going out and scheduling this specifically with Harley every day, when you have just been getting on Harley's ass every day because she hasn't done it. I think that you're just trying to, once again, control the narrative and make it appear that you have full support, which she did to an extent. So I don't know why you would even need to lie about that.
I just had finished with her on there, and she was working, so I didn't talk to her too long. But yeah. I mean, it's the coolest system they got, but of course, my ward don't get to do everything on there,
Jinx.
but I'm just glad I get the video visit on it with her, you know what I mean?
Oh, I bet.
Yeah,
I bet.
I got to see her in the dog
It's different once you get to see them, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because, I start suffering from a lot of sensory deprivation, because I don't get to, hug anybody or touch.
No, Tisha. Now listen, that is part of a punishment, right? That's part of when you murder someone and you go to jail. There's a reason. But Tisha's over here, I have sensory deprivation. I don't get to touch anybody. Girl, you're not allowed to touch anybody, because the last time you touched somebody, you murdered a beautiful, beautiful baby boy. So you're not a victim. See, that's what pisses me off about Tisha, is that she always makes herself the victim of this murder. You are not the victim. And ain't nobody wants to get scratched by those talon toes. Come on.
I start suffering from a lot of sensory deprivation, because I don't get to hug anybody or touch them, and I get in trouble. I got written up the other day for talking.
No, you didn't.
Because I'm not allowed to talk, so
You're not?
No, some people don't care.
That's a lie. Do you think they're like, Tisha, you're not allowed to speak? We went through every incident report, every single one, the observation logs, the kites. There was never a time where she got written up because she dared to speak. Sorry. Now that you did get written up when you would incite hate and violence in the pod, and you would make it a racial thing, trying to hype other inmates up, but you never just got in trouble for speaking. And we know what from the observation logs, a lot of times during this period, you were just sleeping. You didn't move.
Some do, and it just happened to be one who did care. So she's like, you're not allowed to talk, you're a Seagal. So they gave me 5 days of lockdown, but it doesn't matter because I'm already on lockdown. I don't lose any privileges, you know what I mean? So it's just really a piece of paper that says hey, he disobeyed the order of talking.
No.
So,
Oh, stuff like that, okay.
Yeah, that's all it is. I mean, okay, sorry I was talking. I was really bored out of my mind.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you called me back, because I did send you a card today, just to let you know, okay, this is what happened.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool. No worries. I got court tomorrow, so I thought it was today, but she said it was tomorrow.
What time is that at?
It's at 2:30.
Hey, Kimberly.
At 2:30?
Yeah. So I got that tomorrow, and then, I don't know. I was losing my mind earlier this morning. I was so convinced that they had put these it smells like eggs coming out of the vent, so I thought they had put this stuff in there, and
Okay, this is Tisha logic. This is when Letecia's like, all right, now let me get my little bit of my defense in here. Court's tomorrow, so let me convince you how I'm going crazy because they're putting hard-boiled eggs in the vents. Maybe the little woman in the vent who's naked screaming for meth is just hungry. How do you know she's just not eating her lunch? Hi, Meat Feets. Tisha, crazy does not turn on and off like that. But Letecia likes to pretend it does. That, oh, did I tell you I lost my mind this morning? I know, I'm back to normal, but let me tell you how they snuck deviled eggs into the vents. What? Girl, it's your upper lip. Ain't nobody have fucking eggs in the vents. But now we have a little man in the vent. A little Indian in the cupboard styled man in the vent. We have a little naked woman in the vent screaming for her meth. Okay? And now we have fucking eggs. I don't know why you're dragging eggs into this shit, but you are.
It smells like eggs coming out of the vent, so I thought they had put this stuff in there, and it was gonna like make us crazy. So I was freaking out about it.
You thought they put something in the vents that seeps out of the vents smelling like eggs. That's gonna make you go crazy? Like, what did the eggs ever do to you, Tisha? But girl, like, it's not that she lies. It's the lies are just so bad and not reasonable. Like, nobody's putting fumes in the vents that secrete egg odor that's going to make you go crazy.
Huh?
Was it sewer?
No, they said it really wasn't there, that my brain was crazy.
No. Tisha, did they really tell you that your brain was just crazy when you said, is there eggs in the vents?
No.
Yes.
No, sir. I mean, John, no.
That did not happen. They did not turn around to you and say, your brain is just crazy. No. They would have been like, inmate, back to your cell. Cut it out. Brush your teeth. It's your breath that smells like sulfur. Cut it out. Okay? Nobody is telling you your brain is just crazy because you wouldn't be dealing with an actual medical professional when you're complaining about vent smells. Okay? But to be honest, I don't expect or anticipate the vents in jails to smell like anything but eggs. That sounds pretty accurate to me.
Yeah, I was like, they're crazy. I was freaking out. I was like, oh my God. I was like, they got the stuff in the vents. They're going to kill us now.
Oh my God. I don't mean to laugh. I know that ain't funny, but.
No, she's laughing, Miss Cat of the Kit. She's laughing because she is lying. She mouth breathes when she's lying. And this is called Duper's Delight. I told you guys we can't see her, and so I can't wait until Allie and Bendy go over the video visits, but we're hearing and listening to Duper's Delight, okay? And it's so ridiculous what she's saying that she chuckles when she says it.
And then the girl next to me was like, what? I don't smell anything. I was like, you don't smell that? They're coming for us. I woke up thinking that these people were about to, I thought they were trying to put poison in the vents, and like it smells like eggs, and then my ears go to ringing like crazy, and like the right ear just was like ring.
Keep in mind, she has court the next day. So this is ideal for her because we have somebody who goes onto social media and then relays X, Y, and Z. She making it seem like these are dangerous eggs, okay? This ain't no joke. And you're just going crazy because you think they're trying to kill you. And you're laughing while you're saying it because you're lying. Because if you genuinely just this morning believed that they were kind of trying to kill you, you would be terrified. This is like the part of it that you never commit to it. You don't even, hi Foxfire, you don't even commit. You would be terrified because just because they say, hey, no, you're crazy, you wouldn't just be like, oh, okay. You would think that they're after you and it was an entire operation and they're trying to fool you and trick you, and you would be terrified. But you're over here just laughing it up because it never happened.
And I'm just like banging my head, you know, like I just wish this stuff would stop in my head. So I read the word for about 2 or 3 hours and then tried to exercise, trying to like take my mind off of it, you know, because it like started concocting all these crazy stories in my head, and I'd be convinced that, you know, yesterday I was so convinced the SWAT team was here and like they were coming to had AKs on us.
Did they?
No, I don't think they did. But hi, Maui girl. But there's that mouth breathing again. There's that breath of the mouth. And yesterday, I know I didn't mention this to you on that call, but yesterday I thought the entire SWAT was here with AK-47s to take us out. This would, if you genuinely believe that, do you know how much stress that would be putting on you? I know I would be stressed the hell out if I thought people were poisoning me and a SWAT team was coming to shoot me. I'd be terrified. Yet you're just saying this like you're just relaying a memory at the beach, like just giggling and laughing and no problem. That's how you could also tell this isn't legitimate. Thank you. I love me some him. Thank you so much. It's very kind of you for the super sticker. Thank you. Thank you. Here's my thank you.
No, everybody.
Oh. Did they? Oh my God.
They were like, "You're losing it again." I was like, "Sorry, but y'all didn't see the SWAT team over here." They were like, "No, T, there's no SWAT team."
That did not happen. So the reason that she does that is to make it that she has more credibility when she says it by associating other people. So as she's relaying it to her, she's saying, all of them are saying, "You're losing it again, T. You're losing it again. Your brain is going crazy," as if it's a known and established thing in jail. But it's not. They didn't say these things to her. But she does it to make it seem like, see, this is not just coming from me. I'm relaying to you what they're saying to me.
Here. I was like, yes, there was. But I swear, I thought they were yesterday morning because I didn't sleep good. So I got up at like 3:30 and I was just like freaking out. I was like, why is the SWAT team coming in here for us? We haven't done anything wrong. And the girl was like, well, what were they wearing? I was like, a shirt with SWAT on it. And she was like, I promise there was no SWAT team here.
Now, keep in mind, she said she was diagnosed with schizophrenia. So that's where she's at. The DID didn't even come into play yet. At this point, she's like, oh, and I was diagnosed with schizophrenia. First it was bipolar, now it's schizophrenia. So you want us to believe that you literally hallucinated an entire SWAT team coming in, down to being able to read SWAT on their shirt, and that they just said, no, you're just going crazy again, and you accepted it? Because that would be very terrifying, these visual hallucinations. And that's a lot of people. That's a lot. That's not like, oh, I saw one person. No. You saw a SWAT team. And you want us to believe that, oh, they said it wasn't real. And so, okay, it's not real. It's minimizing to the people who really do struggle with DID and schizophrenia and bipolar disorder. And it's not okay.
Shirt with what?
Yeah, like I thought there was SWAT on the shirt with a fly swatter.
Oh, it said SWAT. Okay.
Yeah. I'm telling you, my mornings are bad because like I wake up and not, you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes I'm like, I don't really know what's going on. You know what I mean? And it takes a while, like after I eat lunch and then try to like work out and stuff like that, then I start to, you know, realize like, okay, I'm really here. Like there's no SWAT team or there's no poison. you know?
No.
And the other day I was freaking out because I was telling that lady, I was like, you're just trying to read my mind. And she was like, no, I'm not. And I was like, you're trying to read my mind. Stop reading my mind. But I was convinced they put this chip in my arm, right? So I thought they had put this chip in my arm. And I kept trying to take a chips at lunch and like cut the chips out because I thought there was a chip in there. I was freaking out.
Did she just say she tried to cut herself with a chip? Is this a Lay's or is this a Ridges? I need to know, okay? Listen, I've had a sharp ass chip go down my throat before and it felt like it could do damage, but I don't know if it could penetrate your skin. Now, we've heard her say this to Harley, right? That they implanted a chip in my arm and they're controlling my mind and they're controlling my body, and that she was trying to cut it out. So here we are again, pushing that. Oh my God, I am so, first of all, okay. Thank you so much, Foxfire, for being a member for 7 months, showing support. Love you. You're the best. Thank you so much. It's so sweet of you. So if you were genuinely struggling with this, you would not be able, like, first of all, what sense would it make to pick up the call and the entire call consists of you portraying you're crazy, right? Like, you act like everybody who may struggle with a mental illness, anytime they speak to somebody, they're like, let me list all the things to you that I found out aren't in reality. No, it is so very obvious that you are just pushing this out to try to control the narrative out there. Thank you, Foxfire. Foxfire just gifted a membership. Congratulations to the recipient. Please thank Firefighter Foxfire in the chat if you are the lucky recipient. Thank you so much. That's not, like, the entire point of this call is to show how crazy you are. List the reasons of why you're not mentally stable. And it's only going to get worse from here on out. But you ain't try to cut your arm open with no fucking kettle cooked chip.
Cut the chips out. Because I thought there was a chip in there. I was freaking out.
Oh boy. Sorry.
I'm telling you, man. Like,
I know. I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh, but I can't imagine,
Welcome, Dog Mom.
where you are being locked in a cage.
Yeah, I was like, I got put in a turtle suit because I was like literally trying to get this chip out of my arm, and so I was like asking them, like, is there a way I could get scissors and stuff like that? And I'm like, no, we can't give you scissors. I'm like, for real, I just need to cut this out of my arm. I was like,
there's that mouth breath. No, there's many things she did do. We have the incident reports. There was never an incident report where it documented needing to put Letecia in a turtle suit because she came and she was asking for scissors to cut her arm open. That did not happen.
get it out. You always stop controlling my mind.
Are you doing okay now?
I mean, today, well, this morning I wasn't. But like I said,
Is it different every day?
Yeah, I went through the Word a little bit, and then just tried to, I was reading from Hebrews 12 this morning, and then I was reading for Corinthians. It's one of my favorites. So after I did that, I did 100 push-ups, and that kind of helped a little bit. But I can't, just sit there, all day and just work out, because then, I'm already a tiny person. I don't want to be, I'm not trying to be, jacked or something,
Now, a word from our sponsor.
You were big. I'm serious. You look big.
I only weighed 140 something.
Well, you look humongous. But anyway, darling, I know it's time for us to go. I'll holler at you later. I love you.
Tisha, she's just so tiny and fragile. She's just a itty bitty bitty. Really, Tisha? Girl, please, okay? And I'm not shaming. I don't give a shit what you're saying, how much you weigh, but don't claim you're this tiny, fragile person who never, because we've heard, how many times do you claim you don't eat anything? I haven't eaten in 372 days. That's a lie. That's a lie. And these are always lies that people are eventually going to find out, because once you go on that camera and they see the way you look, we got an Aunt Brenda, right? You look big, honey. Holy shit. For the last 3 years, you've been telling me you haven't eaten a thing. And then you walk into that courtroom like, damn. Okay. Welcome, Dog Mom. Thank you so much for joining. We're happy to have you part of the channel. Thank you. Jeez Louise.
I mean, I'm already a tiny person. You know, I don't want to be like, I'm not trying to be like jacked or something, you know. But
Yeah.
yeah, so I did that for a little while, and I got a little bit better. I was like, a little sane.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. Are you putting
Kinda cool.
weight back on?
I weigh 135, so no.
You who remembers when we went through the kites and Tisha was claiming, I've lost 20 pounds since I've been here? What did the kiosk say? What did the kiosk say? The kiosk came back and was like, bitch, you're the same weight that you were when you arrived. And now we know moving forward you gained weight. But at that point, when you claimed you lost 20 pounds, the kiosk was like, not today, yo, not today. You are the identical weight that you were when you came in. So she just lies. Like, if we could all lie ourselves skinny, it would be a much better world, right? If I could just say I'm half the size I am and it happened, that would be great. But that's not the reality we live in, Tisha.
I'm still little.
Oh, yeah.
I'm still really little.
Well, because you don't.
Yeah, but you lost a lot of weight, though.
Oh, yeah, and you're doing intermittent fasting, really, because like if you eat lunch, if you eat dinner at 4:30, which I don't really hardly ever eat the dinner.
There it is.
So if you eat dinner at 4:30, you don't eat at 6:30. So, that's anywhere from 12 to 14 hours, intermittent fasting, But then I don't eat dinner, so not really. Sometimes I do if it's like macaroni, but so usually it's lunch at 12:30, then I don't eat again at 6:30 in the morning. So.
Which, you guys, that's not crazy. That's not some crazy shit. And hold on, let me get my water. Hold on. Okay. That's not crazy. I eat once a day too. It's not the healthiest, but I tend to only eat later at night. She's acting like, you see, I only eat twice a day and it's like very far. Okay. And the rest of us, like, you're fine, Tisha. You're fine.
Wow.
16, 18 hours. So, yeah.
Poor Tisha.
But I'm used to it.
Can I ask? You don't have to answer me. What's court for tomorrow?
It's just like a hearing in private with the judge.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good to talk to him.
Maybe that's that. Okay.
Yeah.
I hope it goes well for you.
Oh, yeah, it should. Yeah, I was freaking out this morning because I was like, you guys aren't trying to take me to court. I thought I had court this morning. So I was like, you guys aren't trying to take me to court. That's why you're all putting poison in these vents.
Yep.
Oh, God. No, that's why SWAT team was there, Letecia.
I know, man. Well, because you don't really sleep good, and they come in to do shakedowns at like 1:30, 2:30 in the morning. They shake you down and check everything, which we never have anything. I got in trouble the other day for the Daily Bread, but if I get in trouble for reading the Daily Bread, then oh well. I'll get in trouble for Christ any day. You know what
I mean? Now, if you're referring to the incident that I am remembering, it wasn't getting in trouble for reading the Daily Bread. It was in trouble for taking pamphlets back to your cell that had staples. We saw the photos. You are not allowed to have that. So it's not, how dare you read the word of Christ. It was, you're not allowed to have these back in your cell, and the staples could be a weapon. Hi, Jennifer.
Yeah.
Because they had delivered me the Daily Bread, but it had staples in it. But they brought it to me and they delivered it to me, So
Did they though?
I was reading. You know what the Daily Bread is, right?
Girl, I don't think so. They didn't deliver it to you like that and then get in trouble. You even had 2 of the same pamphlet. So I believe you went to group where they would hand that out, and you weren't supposed to bring it back, but you did. Stop lying.
Oh, no.
It's like a little booklet that, gives you scripture and a story every day. And so, but the one guy was laughing about it. He was like,
A
I'm not going to get you in
YouTuber.
trouble for it. The lady tried to. She tried to write me up for it. But the guy was like, I'm not getting anybody in trouble for scripture. I said, please don't. I said, this is crazy. That's all y'all can get me for is staples out of a scripture. Y'all gave it to
Staples
me.
out of the scripture.
Well, they delivered it to me in the mail, so it wasn't like I, brought it.
Oh, okay. I hear what you're saying. I was really confused there for a minute.
Yeah, they brought
Okay.
it's like a pamphlet. And
Okay, yeah. And there was a staple in the pamphlet.
yeah, and so I had it in my room, and they were like, "What if you got staples?" I was like, "Man, I don't know. Y'all delivered it to me. I don't know." But yeah,
Wow.
But yeah. So we don't, we don't sleep good. So then I just wake up and start. I don't know. There'd be all kinds of crazy stuff going on. I was taking medicine for like nightmares and stuff, and I was taking it, and it helped a little bit. So then I weren't waking up and like all these crazy hallucinations. But then the problem was the nightmares started making me, the medicine started making me like shake.
So you'd have a bunch of nightmares, then you'd wake up and you'd have a bunch of hallucinations. Yet none of them are documented, right? Just what you claim in the kites. Okay.
Almost have like tremors. So then I was like, no, I was like, no, I'm not taking that anymore. So I stopped taking it.
Was it a side effect you were having from it then, they say?
Well, they said it wasn't a listed, like a known common side effect, but when I don't take it, it didn't happen. So I was like, I'll just deal with, freaking out whether or not, SWAT teams are here or not.
And that's not nightmares, Tisha. That's your fucking conscience. Right? That's what you've done coming to haunt you. And you cannot escape that.
I'll just do that
I'm
instead.
sorry, I got to giggle out of that one, no?
I tell you, Ed, there's this stuff, and plus, I'm already housed with people who are, who are out there. So, I like go to sleep, thinking about some of the stuff they're saying. Then I might dream about it, but the opposite. And then I wake up and I don't know if it's really real or not. So,
no, she doesn't know. That happens to all of us. Like where like a friend will tell you something and then like you'll have a dream and it's like, yo, that actually like was incorporated in my dream because it's put into your subconscious, right? But to act like when you wake up, you don't know if this is reality, that's bullshit. That's complete bullshit. Hey, Brandy. Oh my God. I. It's an insult in the mental health community, like, because there's already such bad stigmas with these mental illnesses and diseases, and what she's doing is making a mockery out of it and a joke out of it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Yeah, because like this girl yesterday, when I was on the phone with you, she was butt naked everywhere, and I kept saying like, oh my God, like put some clothes on, but she's mentally ill, so.
Oh. Want to know what we do have an incident report of? You, Tisha, standing naked in your cell, making eye contact with an officer. And then you slowly turn around with your talon toes and you go and you get dressed. So you are that person. She loves to use distancing techniques to act as if she is above the people she is surrounded by. You are that person.
She never has clothes on. Like she runs around the board naked all the time, Pretty crazy.
Did you get an email yet today?
I finally got a Valentine card yesterday, but that was it. It was late, but.
That was it? You didn't get me a letter?
No, I didn't get anything. Well, I got something like a rejection letter. This is so crazy. So somebody in Pueblo, this is going to sound sick. All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
He sent his private stuff in the mail to me.
I don't know if that would be allowed. Please. So you're not allowed to have hard-covered books. Aunt Bretta's over here trying to send Sudoku. That cannot get through. But a dick? I do not think that they would allow, because they check, a dick to come through. Yeah. Little staples? Nope. But a dick? Throw that Kodak at your face. Like, I don't think that that would be allowed. Pornographic material of any type, I do not believe. And I'm not going to sit here and say that there ain't any sick people who will reach out to her, like, with that type of fetish. I'm sure there is. But, scarce. I would imagine it's scarce. Because anybody who took a look at your talon toes or your actions, yeah. Well, I'm hoping she meant a photo. Because, or he's going to like Theon Greyjoy it from Game of Thrones and deliver a box with his private parts in it. So I'm hoping it's a Kodak moment. But look at that. Listen to that mouth breath, okay?
Private stuff in the mail to me.
Oh boy, yeah, that happens, don't it?
Oh my God. I was like, well, I mean,
Suck on my
obviously they
dick,
rejected it,
Jade.
but they sent me
Oh yeah.
a rejection about it.
Wait.
Oh,
You have
hold on.
Did it, but they said, oh my God. I was like, well, I mean, obviously they rejected it, but they sent me
Wait, they rejected it, but they sent me.
Oh yeah.
a rejection about it.
Wait.
Oh, okay. So you never even saw it. So you just got told. So you aren't even you want us to believe you're not even notified when your books arrived, but they were rejected. You act like, I don't know, I just never got them. But you were definitely notified when there was a dick. Okay? Come on, man.
You have 1 minute remaining.
But I didn't know the name, so I was like, I don't know who that dude is. I was like, I have no idea who he is.
Oh my God, you don't even know who it wasn't accepted?
Yeah, I get half the time. I get mail from so many random people that I have no clue who they are or what they're talking about. Like people I got one from ADX Florence from the Supermax prison. I got some from Kansas prisons. I got Ohio prisons. I got random people. I got some old dude who said he's gonna buy me a Corvette when I get out. Like, I mean, crazy stuff.
Oh, I believe they notify you when the mail's rejected, but she's then lying to Aunt Brenda and anybody else when she pretends, I don't know what happened to the books. Nope, never got it. Nope, I was never told about it. Yeah, you did. If you got notified of a dick, you get notified of when your Sudoku doesn't pass or your hard-covered books. Yeah, she's totally flattered that there's a bunch of inmates from all around the country sending me their dick. Okay. You just keep fantasizing about that, Tisha.
So other inmates from prisons are writing to you?
Oh God, yeah.
How did they find out?
I guess they see it on TV, maybe. I mean,
Oh my
I had
God.
some random dude, and he's already like sent me proposals in the mail. He gave me his social security number and everything. Told me to look him up.
Oh my God. That's crazy.
I tell you, and then there's these girls that they wanted to like be involved and like all kinds of.
Thank you for using Global Telling.
I never know why. I never know why they act like they don't know that they're about to be cut off. That's usually when you transition into the goodbyes, but she's just bulldozing through it as if it's not going to hang up on you. But she is happy. She is flaunting. Now, I don't know if that many guys reached out to her, but I really wouldn't say it's not a possibility because I know that when you're in jail, you get all type of letters. But it is very obvious that she is putting on that crazy to push this narrative to make sure it gets out to the public. And it did. It did. Hey, Meg. I know, Kathy. I love this chat. So she then, 2 days later, calls Harley. So this would be the day after court. So this is February 20th. I guess let's see how crazy she is with this one.
Hello?
Hey,
Hey,
what you doing?
just cleaning my room.
Oh, okay. Whew, I am cold.
Yeah.
When do you move into the other place?
I can go whenever I want to, but I'm just waiting. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're waiting?
Yeah.
Why, you just don't feel like doing it right now?
Yeah, and like we just have to clean it and stuff. So.
Oh, yeah. Breathing.
Awkward.
I was going crazy. I thought these people have put this chip back in me again today when I woke up.
Because why?
I thought they put
Immediately. So I will not get emotional too much when she's doing it to strangers, but I get very mad when she does this to Harley. So now, after Harley last spoke to you and you told her that you were going to cut your arm open to get a chip out, which is very traumatizing for a child to hear, because we all know you're lying. But if Harley even believed you for a moment, that is terrifying to imagine your mom in a place where you can't help her and she's trying to cut her arm open to get a chip out. But then since then, we've definitely seen Harley put a little bit of a guard up. But you've been talking completely fine to her, completely normal, like nothing ever happened. Now you're jumping back to the crazy. Why does this kid have to go through this? How unfair is that? Thank you, Unexpected Ancient Bear. Finally caught alive. Well, we're happy to have you here with us. Thank you so much for the super sticker.
it back in me again today when I woke up.
Because why?
I thought they put the chip back in me yesterday, but then I was okay. But then I figured out that they might have put that chip back in my head today because they were like trying to control me, kind of like a video game, you know?
No.
So I thought they were putting it back in my head this morning because they were trying to like control me and stuff like that.
Yes, honey.
And like they were trying to make me like walk around in my room and stuff and like control my arms and legs. And so I was like, no, y'all ain't putting this chip back in me. So, you know, I know.
Again, Letecia has many victims. Gannon, of course, is the main victim, but she has victims of the abuse and the manipulation and the gaslighting. And this is, I don't know, it just really breaks my heart as a mom, like, because I know that as moms and as dads too, you want to do whatever you can to protect your child to the point that you will lie to your child and tell them you're okay, even if you aren't okay, right? Because you don't even want them to worry. Letecia is the opposite. Letecia intentionally feeds Harley these horrific narratives. And I don't even know why, because she could have, Harley would have known. Harley knows, she's lived with you. Nobody's going to know the truth about you other than Harley. More than Harley. And she knew, like, no, there's something wrong. And so you're listening to Harley realize slowly and slowly, right here, right in front of your ears, there's something wrong. And my mom may not be being honest with me about what happened with Gannon. And I get it. I understand people could be suspicious and you're allowed your opinion. Of course, dog mom, no one's going to hate on you for your opinion. There's been many times where I've been suspicious and stuff. But when we've gone back, because we've been going back from the beginning, and especially seeing Letecia's posts in Facebook before she got arrested, mainly in February, she was using Harley's account to post things as, and texting Al back from Harley's phone. And it really led all of us to believe that Harley could have had some involvement, right? Well, she did have a level of involvement. The question is, knowingly or not knowingly. And I think that we need to take into a factor she's the product of who raised her. And so do I think Letecia ever was honest with her and told her the truth? No. Do I think, how didn't you know? You had to know something was up? Sure. But then I take and I battle myself back with, stop thinking of Harley as 17, the age she was when the crime occurred, and think about her as a 1-year-old, a 2-year-old, a 4-year-old, a 6-year-old, an 8-year-old. Letecia was her sole caregiver. Letecia was her mom. She did not have a father figure really until Al stepped in. But my point is that this is all she ever knew, was the lying and the manipulation and the gaslighting. She knew not to speak back. She knew not to question things. So when this was happening, do I think she ever knew Gannon's body was in the back? No. Have we ever seen Letecia be honest with anyone? No. So why would I believe that she was honest with Harley ever? I don't. The most I argue about with Harley is that, how didn't you know? But I think she was willfully naive. She knew not to question things. She knew not to, and she made the choice to believe her mom. But you're now listening as that is crumbling. Now she is out of that abusive environment. She's on her own. She knows what the world is saying about her, what's all over the news and the court hearings. And now she's listening to her mom when she talks to her on the phone. And it went from not having any involvement to now you're cutting a chip out of your arm because they're controlling your mind and body. And it must have been very hard to have to go through the process on your own, because she did not have a support system. Aunt Brenda, financially supported her, but refused to acknowledge the circumstances she's in. So she had to, on her own, her brain had to process what was going on. And so she would have been fine. It's all over the news, Darlene, right? So to act like Harley wasn't aware. Fuck yeah, she was aware. It was everywhere. But she was telling herself, I'll set my mom up. She's the fall guy, because that's what her mom was telling her. And there is a level of trust between a child and their parent. Okay? Think about it. We used to be at an age where we weren't scared of the cops or authority. We were scared of mom, or dad. We didn't associate, we associated our parents with the ultimate authority for a very long time. And so when her mom told her, this is what's up. Yes, do I think in her mind she should have known better? Absolutely. But I think she allowed that level of trust that I'm going to believe her. But then it starts crumbling right now, more and more, as Letecia turns and starts acting crazy and acting like this is something she's always struggled with. And Harley would have known that is not the truth at all. So I don't think Harley ever knew directly what was up. I think she should have, but I think it's a main factor of she was also in a very abusive environment, and she learned to keep her head down and her mouth shut. So no response. Listen.
I know. Y'all ain't putting this shit back in me. So, I know.
No response.
Did you want to say?
No.
What? Okay.
No. Alright.
Who was that? That was Kent.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was too deep.
Shut up.
It was like rough.
So awkward.
It's been like 2 weeks now that he's been barking at himself in the mirror.
The reason, because the extent of the context of their conversations consist of the weather, school, work, or the dogs. And they opt to talk about the dogs because there's clearly a mutual love for the dogs there. But it's something to talk about that they can laugh about and relate on without having to acknowledge anything else going on.
He likes himself. Or maybe he scares himself.
Oh, he looks stupid.
Thank you, God's Child. One of my favorite channels. Thank you. Thank you.
He's a nut.
What?
He's just a nut.
What's Sadie up to?
She's following me around like usual.
See what you're up to.
Yup.
So awkward.
Did y'all call the financial aid people?
Yeah, the guy messaged me yesterday. He said he told me that my thing was accepted, but he said it probably won't post onto like my student account till next week.
All right, so at least he did get that part done.
Yeah. No,
Thank you, Dog Mom.
No.
Thank you everyone for making me
Go this way.
We're happy to have you
Go.
here. Thank you so much.
You sent him his own message back?
No, I didn't say anything. And then the next morning, he messaged me.
All right, that worked out. So
Hi, Crazy Mama.
He probably was like, "Oh yeah."
And
That's good. I should work out. I prayed about it. I was like praying to God about it. I was like, "Let it just work out."
Sorry, hold on. Let me this dresser. No, say, I hope you're not underneath there.
Who?
Hey, Z. Yes.
How to move this thing because I'm
I was
feeling.
about to say, Janice ain't fit underneath nut.
I'm moving this thing because I'm stealing one of Charlotte's dresser things. She's not here anymore.
They moved in their apartment, didn't they?
Huh?
They went ahead and moved in their apartment, didn't they?
Yeah.
Okay. Where's how is that girl paying for it? Is she got a job?
Jalen?
Yeah.
Get out, Sadie. No. What are you eating? Stop eating that. Come on, go. Get out. She she has like a work from home job and she gets the VA money every month.
Human.
How is she getting VA? Is she going to school?
Yeah, she's going to school down here.
Oh, that's why.
And she's Sean's like real daughter too.
Yeah. I knew that part, but I just didn't realize she was going to school.
Yeah.
They probably told him he's maxed out with those benefits.
I know, right?
Like, dang, dude.
Proper English.
Will Tona be finished with his?
Kinda. No, he's got like a year and a half left.
Oh.
Because he's just been going slow. Not rushing it.
Yeah. But darn, Courtney be caught up with him.
Yep.
Well, if he goes slow, he can progress. He can make the benefits last longer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, that would be smarter anyway. Because once you get the first degree, then he can't use those benefits anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
Girl, you had court yesterday. Do you want to talk to your daughter about that? Like anything. They just find anything surface level to discuss. How about court you were just in yesterday? Tell your child about that. Because you're unrealistically allowing her to believe you're innocent, you're going to be getting out, make arrangements, buy us, rent certain apartments that I can move into. This huge chunk of money is coming that's not going to come. Talk to your child about something real.
Yep, because you get to do it as long as you're making the right grades.
Yep. Mhm.
I mean, the less classes you take, the less money you get. But,
Yeah, the less money you get, but still you can do it as long. Yeah. Yeah. Now, if the person was doing it who was active, they could still do it and have tuition assistance too, so they could do both.
Mm.
But they're just dependent, so his will run out if he gets a degree. You know what I mean? Well, did Naya go ahead and move to Georgia?
Hey, Lise Lamont.
I don't know. I haven't talked to her.
What? Why?
Well, over the summer, she was mad at me because she was like, "You always hang out with Charlotte," and I'm like, "Well, I live with her, so
Yeah.
But then, she would stop being stupid, and she's like, "Yeah, I know, whatever." So, it was fine, and we were hanging out. I think last time we hung out was December, and then I just got mad because I was always asking her "Hey, what are you doing?" and she would never answer me. So I'm just like, okay.
What?
But she just hangs out with the people that she talks about all the time. So.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I was never like that.
Well, I don't know. Maybe a factor is that Harley was getting a shift towards certain friends because everyone doubted that she didn't have any involvement, and there was national spotlight on her, and maybe even her parent did not want her child to hang around Harley because of the whole mess this was in. Are you not going to acknowledge that? That's a big thing. That's a big fucking thing, okay?
Who are the people? Are they from there or no?
No, they're people we went to high school with, but I mean, she was still hanging out with all those people, and I don't care to be around them. So.
How's Caitlin doing?
Good. She's about to move to Fayetteville.
Nice.
I told you that she came here, right?
No, you didn't.
Oh, the end of December. She because she was home for the holidays and she came down here. Does
she act different?
No, she was normal. I think that must have just been since she was in front of everybody and still a little music and stuff. I was like, oh, thank God.
MK just gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so much, MK. Congratulations to our newest recipients. Please make sure you thank MK in the chat if you got one, and make sure that you are opted in to receive a gifted membership if you may not be able to afford one. We have an amazing, generous community here. Thank you so much, MK. Schmegma. Hello, Tattoo Mom. Sorry. Oh my God, I got happy. I figured it out. Tattoo Mom ×3 plus cats. Hi, I never chat. This is my second tonight. Laugh out loud. But is she got a job? My late husband was from Oklahoma. My middle daughter lives college in NC. That's one thing I've not heard of. Dr. Letecia. Thank you, Tattoo Mom ×3 plus cats. Woo! I didn't mess that one up, you guys.
So, is she staying off base?
No, I think she's staying on base.
Oh, that's crazy.
I'm not mistaken.
Go take all of her BAH for that.
I don't know. I actually don't know.
I'm surprised. That's who I thought you were. I was surprised you weren't trying to move to North Carolina with Caitlin.
I know, right?
That's what I figured you were going to do.
I wouldn't want to stay there, though. I told her, I was like, let's go to Charlotte. She was like, that's too far to drive for me.
Charlotte, Raleigh, though, wouldn't be, because that's where everybody I know that would be stationed at Fayetteville that didn't want to live in Lumberton. They would live, in Cary, the outskirts of Raleigh.
Yeah.
And then they would just drive to Fayetteville. Then that way, if their spouse or somebody else wanted to drive to Raleigh for something, they only had a 30-minute drive to Raleigh.
Yeah. I told her, I was like, man, if you were anywhere else I mean, obviously not one of the crazy places, but I was like, you got lucky though, because well, she was supposed to be going to like overseas, but somehow she got out of it.
Yeah. And see, you could have done the NC Ready schools.
You guys want me to jump forward a little
got
bit?
a ton of money because all you would have had to
Away
say
from
was
the school stuff?
you were NC Ready and qualified for it. But like you said, Fayetteville, that's the last place you'd want to go.
Yeah.
Like you said, if it'd be Charlotte or Raleigh, yeah, but not Fayetteville.
I figured, I was just like, yeah, just get through school, and then, because, I don't know, even though I don't like being here, I just like that Miss Didi's right down the road. Like yesterday, she came to my work and brought me this cold and flu medicine, and she got me a juice to take with it, and she got me cough drops, because I was like, Miss Didi, what do I take for a cough? And she was like, hold on, let me just bring it to you. I was like, okay.
I'm jumping a little bit away from the school stuff.
Like, you won't make any money there long term around the world, but you know how that goes.
No, baby.
Everybody's just in a limbo because of COVID, you know?
Oh, you acknowledged it once again. It's amazing. Oh, meow, serious, mine too. It's amazing how you can turn on and off that crazy. One day it's vampires, a support group, right? You're part of the J group and you have no idea it is 2019 in your head to now you fully acknowledge coronavirus. That's nice, Tisha. That's nice.
Yeah.
I don't fucking vacuum.
Well, I wanted to tell you so you didn't hear from Amy or Miss Didi or whoever. But I was talking to Miss Didi and I was telling her about Chance and her sister. What's her name? You know her sister?
Yeah.
Always comes down.
Yeah.
Addison's mom and like the baby's mom.
Yeah.
Because I was like telling her about Chance, whatever. She was like, "Well, I'm sure like she would love to have Chance, if whatever." And they talked about it, so she's gonna come down soon and get him because she's like, because I was just telling her, I was like, "Oh no."
Oh, Tisha's gonna be pissed. At the last time, Harley even suggested having Amy take Chance for just even a couple of weeks. Tisha was not happy. Even though Harley is struggling to afford dog food, okay? And it's a big responsibility. It was amazing that she managed to keep these two dogs, but the dogs were the only connection really to home that she had. It was gone. But it is a big responsibility. And if these dogs are in cages all day and she doesn't have the time to interact with them, yeah, if you could give one to someone who Chance is the dog, Hazel Eyes, they have two, Chance and oh my God, now I got a brain fart. Sadie. And so, but Letecia was not happy and she got on her about it. Meanwhile, she's like, don't touch my $30, okay? Even though she went a day without feeding the dogs because she didn't have food for them. So I don't think Tisha's going to be too happy about this.
He's just hard to take care of, and like I can just take Sadie everywhere I go. And she has like this huge fenced-in backyard, and you know they're in the cold mountains. And there's another dog, and the other dog's name is Sadie. And they have the baby. And they said when they go to work, their grandfather like comes over and lets the dogs out and just like takes care of them and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, that would be good because Chance's rash. Have I told you about his rash?
No.
He has a rash on his private part, and it still hasn't gone away. So I guess I have to take him to the vet.
Yeah, I mean, if it makes it easier, I mean, I just wanted you to make sure you were not doing something impulsive, that you had thought about it for a while, you know what I mean?
No, yeah, I finally called Miss City a couple days ago, and I was like, because I've been telling her about it, but I've never been like 100%, but I was just like, I just feel like it'd be better.
The only thing is, you know, Sadie's going to go into a deep depression.
Oh, you.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm just going to give her a lot of attention.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
And because I was like, and And I just know that she's still going to send me pictures and I can literally just see him whatever. I'd rather do that than try to just sell him to somebody.
Well, kind of how it was, like, you know, with Pipey, remember? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was the best situation. He had went blind. And, you know, like, she was like, you sure you don't want him back? And I'm like, you know, no, you guys have always, you know, kept in contact and yada, yada, yada. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you had another dog, Pipey, Letecia, that went blind, and you gave that one up? Listen, don't get dogs, okay, if you cannot take care of them. Because you're damn right. Rehoming the dog is going to be traumatizing, and it's going to be extremely stressful. But if it's the best thing for the dog, then okay. But don't get dogs that you cannot follow through and take care of for their life. It's really messed up. But I don't put that on Harley. It's not Harley's fault.
So that's the biggest thing. Well, Sadie's still mine, so don't think you're taking her.
Oh,
No.
my God. Nothing is yours anymore, Letecia. Harley is the one taking care of that dog. You aren't getting out. You aren't getting out. But how manipulative are you? Just like that $30 is yours, right? No, nothing is yours anymore. You gave that up.
She's still your sister.
Hi, baby.
Yeah. Well, if that helps you make it a little easier, because you can take Sadie with you everywhere. You know what I mean?
You have 1 minute remaining.
Hello. I know. You heard your name. I know. You heard your name.
I can't wait to see her. I got her portraits. I got the portraits done. Everybody done of her. They're so nice.
The portraits, she's talking about, there was $70 left over that Letecia sent in a check. And do you think Letecia said Harley put that towards the dog food or groceries or bills? No. She said, don't touch my $70. And she started getting fucking Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse portraits made, dog portraits, a photo of herself. That's where your money went.
I gotta get a vanilla envelope to send it to you so it don't bend. But yeah, they're bad, like bad as in good.
That's good.
Yeah. Well, yeah, at least we get to see pictures of Chance, and then when I finally get to leave this stupid place, we can go see him.
No.
You know, and
Yeah.
aww.
And I just know, like, here, like, I don't know. He's just gonna get more expensive.
Hey, my fellow Jade.
He's probably gonna have to have surgery.
Yeah. Surgery on what?
His nose?
Oh, yeah. Well, I tried to tell you all this, but it's lessons learned, right?
I know.
Thank you for using.
What? It wasn't this kid became an adult overnight, ripped from her home, everything she knew, and she had to go out in the real world. Thank God for Aunt Brenda. It's what made her survive. But what do you mean you got honor for this? This was your responsibility. Like you just said, it was your dog. She didn't expect her mom to go to jail for murdering her brother. Shame on you for constantly pushing that on your child. Oh, it makes me mad. But I see Amy B is up next, okay? And we won't get to it today, but our next calls, like tomorrow, Amy Lang. We are going to get to Amy Lang, and I'm so excited to get up to Amy Lang, Miss Nasally over there. But I see 2 back-to-back calls with Amy B from the same day, so they probably maxed out their limit and had to call back. So it's pretty long, but let's start the first one and see where we get to. So this is the same day. So she hangs up with Harley, and then she picks up and she calls Amy Bolton. February 20th, 1:40.
Using Global Link. Hey.
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm all right. Sorry
Oh,
I
it's your
couldn't answer
birthday.
the past few times.
Oh, it's okay.
Almost, yeah.
I know, almost.
They wouldn't let me add any money. I'm not going to be 40, asshole. I am only going to be 35.
Thank
the kids
you.
told me now I can run for president.
Jesus.
That's true.
Thank you.
Did you see that? Me running for president?
I think you got it, man. You
I
get
don't
to have,
even. I didn't even vote.
Rennie gets to be the first lady. So you ain't
Who's going to be the first lady?
your dog.
Remy. Yeah. Me, Remy. Treats for everyone.
Yeah. That's what she'd be like, treats.
So
treats.
what's going on, dude? What's this case you had, court case yesterday?
Yeah.
What about it?
What about it?
You can't represent yourself, dude.
I already
None
got
of the
this under
cases
control.
You all. What's this case? What about it? What do you mean, what about it? You're in fucking jail for murder. Your family thinks you're innocent. Obviously, they're going to say, what's up with it? What about it? And you're in there trying to represent yourself. Go pro se? Are you kidding? Of course, Amy's like, you can't go pro se up against murder charges. And Tisha's like, I got it under control. Okay, Tisha.
Or you can't represent yourself, dude.
I already
None
got
of
this
the
under
cases
control. There's
Right,
already a
you're
fence behind
making
that.
us nervous, man.
There's no use to be nervous. I got it.
Well,
got it under control.
You know how everybody interprets everything online. Like, she's gonna represent herself. I'm like, how? This is a huge ass case, and she's not a lawyer.
Hey, I got it under control. You.
She's such a confident, cocky person. But what the crazy part is that I think she believed it. Okay? And thank you so much, Kimberly, for being a member for 1 month. Thank you so much for the support, and we're so happy to have you part of the channel. So I think she believed it, okay?
You should already know. I'm a pretty smart person. I ain't gonna do nothing.
I know.
I got a 180 IQ.
A lot more than I think. I feel like it's gonna be a big ass case.
Yeah, but I got it under control.
Well, so you're gonna go February 24th for whatever that Arguello is. I don't even know what that means.
Is that the 24th? I don't even know what it is. So.
Oh, what a great lawyer you are!
It says that you have an. It says you have an Arguello.
Oh.
Arguello. Court date February 24th at 3 p.m. I think.
3 p.m. Okay, good. I didn't know what time, so now I know.
I think it says 3 p.m. on the little post that the guy from like KOAA newspaper posted. I think it was on the one where Michael Allen did a little WebEx the other day, and he said he can't really tell people what was said in the meeting because first off, he said he had to leave the meeting at the one point. You know, it said Al was present, but then it was closed with just your attorneys, and that one judge.
Yeah. Well, they had to kick a
bunch of people out. Nobody was there then, even him. So I guess he wasn't even there. So he said he can't comment on that, but he said that, and he tried to elaborate. He said that usually when people go to this type of hearing, this Arguello thing or whatever, it is usually when they're trying to represent themselves. That's usually what the defendant's doing.
Oh.
So that everybody online and everybody and, your aunts and your Dee and friends are like, oh my God, is she doing this? And I'm like, I don't know. I can't talk to her because my account is being done.
Well, no one should worry about it except my friends, which are you and Dee. So I don't really care what the rest of the people think because they mean nothing to me.
Yeah.
It's none of their business.
Well, Dee.
Oh, you don't give a crap about Aunt Brenda. You didn't even include Aunt Brenda. Aunt Brenda, who's literally allowing your child to have a roof over her head, a car, food, bills, everything. One, you didn't even include Aunt Brenda in that. Shame on you, Letecia. But two, that's your family. Of course they're going to want to know what's going on.
He's worried. Dee worries about you a lot too, and she's helping out Harley.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said only you and Dee though. That's what I said.
Well, Dee Dee sent me something. She said that Harley did a whole TikTok series or something, and she outlined your guys' entire trip from Colorado to Texas to Florida to South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, wait, what? And Dee Dee's like, yeah, she pretty much just, if that's true, she's like, she just pretty much got herself a first-class ticket to the trial. And I'm like, why would she do that? Because I guarantee her attorney told her not to do that. And like, unless she's doing it for money and followers, I'm like, but so I looked on that TikTok thing. I don't know. I couldn't find it.
So I don't know why she did that, but we do hear how she gets very giddy about when she hit monetization on YouTube and her followers. And we knew that was all because of Gannon and Gannon's murder. You're profiting off Gannon's murder. That is an issue I had with Harley. But what are you worried about? If good old Tisha's innocent, you don't have nothing to be worried about.
But I'm like, why would Dee Dee say that if it's not true though?
Yeah,
But I don't know. I'm not good at TikTok.
Yeah.
So I
Yes,
looked up
Nene.
Harley, but the last thing I saw was like her biblical testimonies. She does these biblical testimonies.
Yeah.
I don't know what they are. And that was from forever ago. So I was like, well, I don't see it. And then like my roommate knows a little bit about it. So she was like, I don't know, it could be private, like only people that she's friends with can see it. I'm like, but then how would Dee Dee have even heard about it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought it was on TikTok, but we looked on everything. We looked on her YouTube channel, and the TikTok, and we didn't see anything. So I don't know what Dee Dee's talking about. But that wouldn't be smart, right, for Harley to do that? That'd be pretty dumb.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, though, I mean, no, I mean, she's not. She hasn't done anything. I mean, no one even did anything on that drive. So I mean, what was the point?
You see her? No, actually, that drive was massive. Because you took Gannon's decomposing body and moved it again. You put it in the back of that moving van, and then you took it across the country with your child. Went to hotel to hotel. You also had Harley hide when you got the room because you didn't even want to pay the fee to have her stay in the room with you. The dogs, right? Sneak in. You'd open the back door of the hotels, and you left Gannon's body in that van. Until eventually you got to Florida and you took it in the middle of the night and you got rid of his body off the overpass. So yeah, that is a critical piece in this story.
You know, like, there's no point behind that. There's no one.
I guess, well, because I think it brings her followers, and I'm wondering if she's making money off this stuff.
No. You're not making money off the followers. You promote ads and you make money, but she's not. You'd have to be over 1 million people to make money off promotions, like real money.
I think one of the crime people joined it, like one of those crime online type people or something must have joined her thing. They were talking about it, but I'm like, I can't even find it, so I don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah. But that has really nothing to do with anything. That's the thing that people don't understand, so it's quite funny to me.
Yeah, it's funny.
Okay. I was just, because I didn't know like what she's supposed to be talking about, what she's not, you know?
Yeah.
I don't want her to do anything to jeopardize anything.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with anything. They, you know,
Okay.
There's already like, what do you call it? Like scientific evidence that proves that. So.
Okay, cool.
That's why I just sit back and be like, oh, okay. You know, this work.
You're damn right. There is scientific evidence that proves that, along with digital and physical and circumstantial. Hence why you will spend the rest of your life rotting away in prisoning land.
world goes around science, and so science has already proved that that was
What it
that,
prove?
So
it
is
helps
your
me out.
preliminary hearing? So your preliminary hearing, is that like the beginning of the trial then?
I'm not doing the prelim. I'm waiving it. That's why I have a big argument with my attorneys.
Oh, so that's the one that was March.
Mm-hmm.
Was it like
11.
12, 13, 15 or something like that?
Yeah, that's why there was a big disagreement.
Okay. Oh,
You don't
but
have
would
to
that
you
have
don't
been the
have-
beginning? Was that
you
the
don't
beginning of
have
the
to-
trial or no?
Right.
No, that's just a prelim. You
Okay.
don't have to do a prelim. Like, there's nothing that says you have to do a prelim. Prelims are just there to basically get more WebEx followers, I guess you could say.
What?
Or whatever they got going on.
That is
Right, that's
not the
stupid.
point of a
Yeah,
prelim.
so I'm not doing that. I'm not dumb enough to do
Oh,
that.
I thought that was when they start presenting like all the evidence,
Yeah.
like here's everything we have, here's why we arrested her, here's this, and then
But do you know that
then
a
you know you get
prelim,
time to.
you know, a prelim can go in hearsay.
Okay.
That's why what's the point of doing it?
Amy
So
knew
like a
something was
prelim
up.
is where like a detective can go on the stand and say, such and such told me that this happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
But they can't do that in a real
In a real trial,
case,
right.
like a real.
So were you terrified of that? Were you terrified of what people were going to say you asked them to do that there might not be digital evidence of? Tisha.
A real trial, you have to have evidence, and you can like question the people. Like, you know, it's a big shit show of like, you know what I've learned this whole thing about experts. So you got this one expert who will say one thing, and then another expert who contradicts. So it's a big waste of money. You know, it's gonna cost them over $1 million to try my case. It's a big waste of money, all to turn around and do it again.
Wow.
And like, here's the thing about it: if I was to show them a video right now, which I could, they would dismiss the person and call them a lunatic. That's what they would do. They'd dismiss the person, call them a lunatic, because they invested too much in a wrongful incarceration that they're not going to admit that they're wrong.
You're telling me you want your family to believe you have a video that once they saw this video, oh, fuck this. But you know what? We're just going to keep pursuing Tisha because it's not about justice for Gannon. How dare you? Now, there's corruption in everything. That's just life. But it's not in a situation like this. You are accountable for Gannon's murder because you are the sole person responsible. And if you had anything, bitch, you would have rolled over day one.
So, you know, like,
Yeah.
they're already in it. They would dismiss that person's video disposition as saying, hey, this person's a lunatic. He must have lost his ever loving mind. Because that's just how it works. When you get that far in, they're gonna like to admit that they were wrong is a hard thing for people to do. You understand? So that's why you just
But
sit
if it's
back.
the right thing, I mean, I feel like it should be do the right thing.
That's not how. I've learned through this process. It's not what they do.
Okay,
That
you
is
do the
not
wrong
what they
thing,
do.
Tisha.
It's not coming out their pocket. It's coming out the taxpayers' dollars. So if it comes out.
So you aren't gonna do the right thing, Tisha? You're not even gonna bother to try to clear yourself. You're just totally fine being charged with murder, right? You're not gonna bother giving them the evidence to clear your name. That's what Amy is having a hard time believing, that if you have evidence that's going to get you off, why wouldn't you show that? Like, your actions don't line up with your behavior. If anybody was sitting in her situation and was able to get the truth out and walk out of jail, they would. So Amy, of course, her mind is blown. Like, wait, what? Like, you can prove, but you won't because you don't think they'll admit they were wrong. You don't think that it doesn't make sense. Thank you, Chicken Shite. Chicken Shite just get their 5 memberships. Congratulations. To all of our new members, please thank Chicken Shite in the chat if you just received a membership. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. And thank you, Chase, for being a member for 4 months. MJ and you are all the best. Thanks, Harlot. Harlot's amazing. Making her a mod was a great fucking one of the best decisions I've made. She's amazing. So yeah, come on, Tisha.
The taxpayers' dollars to like continue to spend expert money and all this to get to the end, to be like, all right,
Courtney,
let's call this person and here's a video. You know, there ain't a jury in this country that is going to go against a video and be like, oh, wait a daggone minute.
Well, what video?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's where they'll spend all that money. That's why I just sit back and be like, I got this. Don't worry about what's going on with that hearing. I got it. I don't trust those individuals because I feel like they be in cahoots with them sometimes, you know? And it's probably because I go crazy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I just be starting to feel like they're in cahoots or something. You know, I release records to them, right?
But you never showed a video. Like, you want Amy to believe that they're not doing anything and how stupid they are, yet you never produced a video. You could say all you want. You have X, Y, and Z, but you have not produced it. Oh my God. Yeah. She's got this, everyone. She's got it. She's got it. She's got it.
I released stuff to them. It was always like they can't get it, or, you know, but then I had to turn around. So I had got someone who represented mine and Chance's, in South Carolina, and the Coastal Law Firm. You probably know who they are. They got 4 locations. I ended up getting them to get me my mental health stuff and my medical stuff that my attorneys have spent a year can't get. So why am I able to get it from? I got all that stuff from Charleston. You know, the whole thing about Charleston, which I'll tell you.
Yeah.
You know, in Charleston, when you found me about the hospital and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
So, okay, so I was like going crazier with the school district. That's why I started working with the school district.
Wait.
Yeah.
So, okay, so I was.
Wait. So, so you see how she just slides that out there, right? Remember how you found me at the hospital, right? And like I was going crazy. And Amy initially went, yeah. And then went, wait. And Tisha just bulldozes right through her because it is not what you are relaying. Like, that's not the full story. And she just bulldozes right through Amy.
Austin, when you found me about the hospital and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
So, okay, so I was like going crazier with the school district. That's why I started working with the school district, because they ended up sending me through their program because I was like losing reality, you know? And so they diagnosed me with schizophrenia. And I was like, y'all crazy. I'm not a schizo, you know, like.
You were never diagnosed with schizophrenia. Never. Nothing. You had a total of 2 witnesses. The first one I would not even count because it was not in your benefit. It was just you coming in and somebody that you spoke to for 5 minutes regarding anxiety. That's it. And then Dr. Dorothy fucking Lewis. You were not diagnosed with schizophrenia, and you did not lose your job because you were being out of touch with reality. It's just not how it works.
I was like going crazy like that. I'm like, whatever, shut up, I'm not crazy, you know. Anyway, so I had to do like 28 hours.
Wait, and so, sorry, but let me also add, if you're innocent, why do you need to also put on the crazy defense, right? If you are innocent and you didn't do this, why? And that probably is what's stumping Amy too. If you're innocent, then why are you pushing the crazy and losing touch with reality and all this stuff? That's not necessary.
Crazy like that. I'm like, whatever, shut up, I'm not crazy, you know. Anyway, so I had to do like 28 hours of treatment and stuff like that. And the school district paid for it because I know you're familiar with it because they have it where they do the mental health for teachers and stuff like that. Yep. And so I did all that and everything, and I couldn't get they couldn't. I signed our release forms, the CMHIP into them, and no one got it. But yet, I had to go through the Coastal Law Group to get it because they had it on file. I remembered that they had it on file whenever I had the whole thing.
We could go over them again.
And I was like, oh, they got a copy because I couldn't figure out how to find it in my Yahoo, telling somebody to do it. But I remember Coastal Law had a copy of it, so I was like, oh, I'll get it from them. You know, like stuff like that, like simple stuff, like the GameStop footage. It was like I had to like scream to be like, oh my God, like why are y'all calling my family? Why don't you do this? You know what I'm saying? I had to be like, and I had to keep doing it, like to the point where it was all out like disputes consistently. You know, like
so it's like they want to do one thing and you're telling them to do another.
Yeah, these people. Let me tell you how crazy they are. They're so crazy. You know what they said? They're too terrified to look at about the other situation. So they were just like, oh well, you know. They were like, well, we, you know, like trying to like point blame like Harley. And I was sitting, I cussed I was like, y'all lost y'all's ever loving mind. And I was sitting there like, they were like, oh no, we were just using that as an example because we know like the retaliation is going to come on the other end for the real situation. I was
for
like,
the
y'all
real
lost
situation?
your ever loving mind. Like
they were going to try to put blame on Harley. Wow.
Yeah, like no, they were going through all the people. Like,
no, be honest. Just like your defense opened the door for reasonable doubt with Harley. We all saw it, right? Harley, you were there. You got off from work. You were inside. You claim you never went downstairs where your bedroom is, yet when we see you walking out, you're not wearing the same shirt. Are you telling us you didn't go down to your room to get that shirt? You bought the cleaning supplies. You were in the van traveling across country with Gannon's decomposing body. You never went into the back of that van. You never smelled anything. They opened the door for reasonable doubt with your child.
basically, like they're saying, like, okay, this person's to blame, and this person's to blame, and this person's to blame, and this person. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah. Not like in general, but that's what they were trying to do, and I was sitting there like, I don't know. It was just not going the right way for me because I'm not going to sit there and about let innocent people get any kind of blame. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, really? You blamed every innocent person. You blamed Gannon's mom when she was searching for her baby. You were all over social media saying she was involved. She had involvement in this. You slandered and trashed her and defamed her. You did it with Al. You did it with this baby's parents in the most horrific time of their lives, and they're trying to find him. You told everyone he's around. You still are accusing Al of being involved in real time. And then Edgar and this guy and that guy, you've blamed everybody.
That they're about to let innocent people get any kind of blame. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a victim of that, and I get to see what that's like every day, and I'm not sure as hell about to let somebody else see what that's like.
Yeah,
that
I understand. You've been in there for what, almost a year now? Almost, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much 2 weeks a year, and like I got to see what it's like to see. You know, I've got to see innocent people get 4th Amendment, 5th Amendment violation, 6th Amendment violation, 8th Amendment violation. I mean, think about it. The freaking cops even did that shit to me. When I went in the bathroom, they did that shit to me. They waited till every time I went to the bathroom, when they were asking me questions, they were in there with coercion. They were in there threatening me. They were in there threatening Harley. They were in there threatening. And I was like, what is
Nobody was threatening you while taking a shit. Bitch, I love how she describes it to anybody else, yet we've seen the videos. Like, yes, granted, not when she's in the bathroom, but you're the one. She's threatening me. She's threatening me. Do we need, hold on. You know what? Fuck it. We need it. Let's see the reality of what really Tisha considers threatening.
She keeps on. She keeps on. She keeps on. She keeps on. She keeps on.
You can hear the music from 26 miles away. Smiling is happy, and happy is here to stay. Yeah.
Keeps on. 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 She keeps on threatening me.
Okay, so we know what Tisha considers threatening, okay? Nobody is threatening. When you Hulk smashed a deputy, it was your trivia partner, Tisha. That was your fucking 99 bottles of beer on the wall trivia partner. Name that tune. And you Hulk smashed her with a monster can and then turned around and said she was threatening you. So I don't want to hear about anybody threatening you when you were taking a shit, okay? It just did not happen. And thank you, Lindsay, for being a member for 4 months. Hi, Melissa. Hi, everyone. So happy to catch you live. We're very happy to have you here with us. So thank you for your support. Unbelievable.
How did I do this? You don't have nothing to do with this. And like, so they just kept doing that, threatening me, like, and they're trying to threaten me into
Well, I think they thought if they threatened Harley, you were going to say some whatever.
You have 1 minute remaining.
Now they do another
they
call.
were trying to like threaten me into like a confession, but they would wait until like the bathroom. We'd go in the bathroom or something like that. Because I'd be like, hey, I got to go to the bathroom.
There's no camera.
Yeah, then they'd follow me in the bathroom. So like, of course, it made my mind say all kinds of crazy stuff. You're over there threatening me and like having me hemmed up in the bathroom when there ain't nobody around. You know what I'm saying? What in the hell?
Ain't nothing happened.
What is it you think a person's going to do? So I'm going to call you back on my money, all right, real quick.
So they hang up, and then she calls her right back. So we're just going to continue with this call.
Thank you for using Global Tellink.
Hey.
All right, you could have called me back on my money. I just had money.
I'll wait till another time. But anyway, so what I was saying is like you just can't I can't effectively communicate with them when I got constantly.
February, Low Red.
You
Hey,
know,
Nelly.
they got this WebEx thing going on, and then you can hear everything. You know what I'm saying? Like on the.
Is WebEx like a video chat kind of?
Right, but the audio here at the jail is not that good, and like you can hear. Okay, so like the other day I was sitting in there, and you could hear like this other dude was like 3 booths down, and you could hear him. He had a robbery case, and you could hear everything.
Did she say 3 boops down? Tisha, he was 3 boops down.
Other dude was like 3 booths down, and you could hear him. He had a robbery case, and you could hear everything his attorney said and everything that he said. And like, so they took me in there yesterday.
Oh, that's not good.
Right. So I'm supposed to talk to this judge yesterday in private. Now, we had all these people that start popping on. He kicked them off. He did a great job, whatever. But I couldn't explain everything to him because right outside was the deputy transports, and then all the inmates were out there because they were all getting in line to go in the different booths. And with it being me, they already know who I am anyway. So everybody already knew I had court because people had already told me they heard it on the radio. So the people heard it on the radio had already said something to me in the hallway. So like I was trying to be very cognizant of that, not saying stuff out loud. You know what I mean? So I didn't say much. But what I did was I had to find a way to reach out to say that it was private. I wanted to let Judge Bain know that it was not a private conversation at the facility. I don't think not on purpose. It was just based on the surroundings and the audio and stuff like that. It wasn't a private conversation. So I had to have somebody to reach out to Judge Bain to let him know that. So I really look to redo the hearing, or to be able to have more of a private hearing or whatever. So and
maybe they'll take you. Well, you're going to talk to Judge Warner on.
Good night, MK.
I think
Warner's
my judge, but so I'm gonna tell him, on that day, I'm gonna just be like, sir, I couldn't have a private conversation with Judge Bain, so I don't feel like this is working right now with WebEx. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, but so when you go to talk to Judge Warner, will you be in person with him then? Will they actually take? Are you doing anything in person yet?
No, see, that's the thing. So why we're going through this?
I mean, I don't see why.
We're all stuck on these. They got these little booths, and the audio is so echoey. I could hear. I'm telling you, 3-4 booths down, I could hear everything people were saying. So I was just sitting there like, I don't want to stay.
Good.
You know what I'm saying?
So it's not private. Yeah.
Right.
Please be safe about it.
And the guards can hear you, and then they could go tell whoever they want to tell.
Yeah, and not to mention the inmates.
Yeah,
I have to mainly worry about, because they're standing over there going to their hearing. I mean, when they're hearing, and if it's the dudes that I trust, which are very few, I wouldn't worry about it. But I don't know the rest of these characters. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a select group that has looked out for me through thick and thin, but then you got this other group that I don't know. They could say anything or hear. You know what I mean? I mean, because they had already heard.
Why don't they have soundproof rooms?
Like,
that's what. Yeah, but that's if they're not going to let you meet in person because of COVID. But COVID's almost over. There's vaccines now. Why can't they go back to normal where you can talk in person to your attorney, in person to the judge?
Well, so the lady started to bring that up because their boss was there or whatever, and she started to bring that up, and I was like, it's not even important because I'm tired of hearing this. Here's the problem. For inmates, they wanted us to keep you guys have to be held here, but we're gonna change the Constitution for COVID, but we're still gonna hold you. You see what I'm saying?
I hate when she says, "You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?" No, I never do. I don't think there was ever once where Tisha says, "You see what I'm saying?" And I did see what she was saying. Okay. But if I hear her complain about the Constitution one more time, she has that all in her lawsuits, all in her kites, all on these recorded calls and letters. Yeah, Amy is absolutely getting suspicious. Okay. You clearly don't understand what it is.
So basically, they said the right to a speedy trial doesn't exist anymore because the Supreme Court said it doesn't have to exist. All right, and then there's the Fifth Amendment, the Sixth Amendment. I mean, think about them trying to force a confession out of me, thinking about the coercion and all that. Think about the Eighth Amendment violation, all that. So all that continues to keep happening. But yet we, as an inmate, have to abide by everything they say and be held accountable. Like, hey, y'all got to wait here until COVID passes, but we'll adjust the Constitution based on COVID, but you see what I'm saying? So that kind of stuff there is in itself looks very bad, because the county adjusts what they want when they want for certain things, but not for other things. You know what I mean? We all had to sit in here with 900 people getting COVID. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
You see what I'm saying? But it doesn't really matter about anything else. So that was my point, and there was no point in me saying anything to that judge in there, because what was the point of me mentioning the legit conflicts I had? The conflicts of them talking to people in my family, that pissed me off the most, because they had no business giving information to Katrina. That pissed me off that time.
No. See, she was mad because Aunt Katrina went to her lawyers after Letecia said she desperately needs money for Harley. She's about to do something that is really not in her own best interest. That she's about to do something with the people who actually murdered Gannon. And they're going to give her a lump sum of money. Aunt Katrina was really concerned. She believed Letecia was innocent. So you got to take yourself and look at it through that way, right? I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt, and I'm believing your lies that you're innocent, yet you're about to get involved with the people who actually did murder this child, and get paid a good sum of money to what? Keep quiet? To continue with the charges? What? Right? She said She was doing something that was really not in her own best interest, but she had no choice. So what did Aunt Katrina do, looking out for her while you're also claiming to be a vampire and not in a stable mind frame? She reached out to her lawyers and said, hey, and it's her lawyers, hey, I don't know what's going on, but Tisha said that she's about to get a lump sum of money from the people who actually did this to Gannon. I'm concerned. She's saying a bunch of crazy shit. And Tisha turned around and got so mad. Well, then what'd you get mad for, Letecia? That she believed you? You wanted to just say all of that shit, and for her not to communicate that to your lawyers are the ones to help you. But she got so mad because Aunt Katrina believed her and was concerned and did something. Good night, Chase.
It was a complete violation of everything,
I thought you told Katie back before she was allowed to give information to Katrina.
Oh, did you forget about that, Tisha? You already told Katie that she was allowed to give information to Aunt Katrina, but that was before Aunt Katrina actually said something to them. Thank you, Lori. Lori just gifted 5 memberships. Congratulations. Please thank Lori in the chat if you are the lucky recipient who got one. Thank you so much. Yay.
I thought you told Katie back before she was allowed to give information to Katrina.
You're not no. I said that you could give contact, like, hey, here's the login for WebEx.
What?
Here's,
No.
Like that. Those were the things that I said. It got a little bit more deeper than that, and I was just, I wasn't okay with that. And then,
I know Katrina talked to Katie and them a lot. I mean, I talked to Patrick, but it was more like an interview,
Yeah.
Aunt Katrina was the one, if you guys remember when we first started doing these calls, Aunt Katrina was the one who was really advocating, and every day, have you spoke to your lawyers? I spoke to Patrick. I spoke to Katie. They're supposed to be calling you. For somebody who claimed to be innocent, Aunt Katrina was doing everything in her power to get you the help to get out of there. And then you get mad. Yeah, she was staying loyal. And then when you're over here talking about vampires and you think you're missing a year of time, Aunt Katrina did what family would do and talk to your lawyers. I don't know what's going on. She's not in her right state of mind. But I do not want her to get mixed up with the people who really murdered Gannon and do something that could put her in danger, put Harley in danger. You're mad that she believed the lies you fed her and acted on it. But Aunt Katrina was always the one who was advocating between you and your lawyers to help your ass get out of jail. But again, actions speak louder than words, and you were guilty. That's why you didn't want her to do it.
See,
like a witness statement.
They focused on that mitigation so much when I was sitting there telling him, like, hey, I have information to tell you that I'm not going to tell you over the phone. I'm not going to tell you over video. I'm not going to show you over this. I'm not going to give you a login over this to the other iCloud. I was like, I'm not giving you that over the phone. Just as soon as I give you the login to that other iCloud over the phone, they're going to have it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
I'm not that stupid.
But that could be a way of, what's it, like kind of getting the case even dismissed. So if you give it, the only person in the world that knows this login to your other iCloud, say you give it to Katie, then all of a sudden something in there the DA has, that they gave it to him. Then you know the case.
Again, for anybody who doesn't know, Letecia told Amy that she has a second iCloud because Amy said, I had your iCloud login and I didn't see any of this. She said, I have a second iCloud. And in this second iCloud, all these videos, messages, photos are backed up. Photos of her, Al, and Edgar at a fucking wine vineyard, okay? All these videos and evidence that is going to clear her. And it's going to point to the true murderers. So poor Amy over here, like, oh, Well, if you really have this and you give it to your lawyers, because again, that is what you would do. But Letecia has every excuse of why she's not handing that over to her damn lawyers. You know, because if you had the ability to clear the charges of murdering your stepchild, you wouldn't, you wouldn't do that.
Something in there the DA has, that they gave it to him. Then the case needs thrown out because they're cheating.
That's the thing is, all Katrina will say is, oh, they're not supposed to do that. That would be pretty bold. Well,
that's what she told me. She told me they're not supposed to.
That's all she'll say. The thing is, I've literally been in a visit and had the jail come and act on what I had said in the visit, just something random. Told them about it. I said, okay, maybe that was a coincidence. Specifically said something again. I said something about the man with diabetes that time. Purposely said something, not related to my case, totally separate. They came in and moved me from that dude with diabetes because they didn't want me to snitch on saying what they were doing to him. You see what I'm saying? So that's how I knew.
The only person that I'm aware of that Letecia still talks to is Aunt Brenda. It seems like once Letecia changed not guilty by reason of insanity, that's when everything fell apart. So you're listening to them, the buildup, you're listening to them have doubt and start to realize there's something more going on here. And then once she filed not guilty by reason of insanity, everything finally broke. Except Aunt Brenda.
Whoa, wait a minute. This stuff ain't being in private. That's how it all began with me not believing that it was in, private. And all they would say
but I feel like if you can prove that too, then that should be dismissal of the case.
That's all they kept saying. It's just a pretty bold move. It's a pretty bold move if they do that. Well, they've done a pretty bunch of bold stuff. A part of it is that the fact that they're, wasting all this money to have to sit here and turn around and do it again is a pretty bold move. I mean, that's just what they're going to do. People are not going to admit they're wrong. This is not what they're going to do. So that's what pisses me off. But I just have to sit back and be like I said, you could literally sit there and hand them one piece of information, and they would have dismissed the person as a lunatic. They would.
Is there any chance of getting in to meet with people face to face anytime soon?
Nope. They said they're not doing anything till people get vaccines, and then the inmates are going to be the last people.
Well, they're not going to give the jail people vaccines. You're going to be last. I haven't even got mine, and I'm a teacher.
That's what I'm saying. It'd be last, so which would mean even longer. And then they tried to sabotage the whole thing with the judge because they knew I was going to do a trial by judge, because all I really had to do was present a few things to the judge, and it would be dead proof that they hold.
Oh, but she really believed it. I really think she believed it, guys. See, I'm doing trial by judge because all I got to do is present my few things of evidence, and poof, all these charges are going away. But she really fucking believed it. How do you think that this was going to work? I saw Amy Lang on a video podcast after the trial saying she got permission from Tisha to write a book. Since Tisha can't make money from it, Amy said she would keep her commissary loaded for life. Interesting. I believe it. Yeah, dead proof.
Me on the wrong stuff and holding me illegally. And they tried to sabotage that. My own attorney tried to sabotage that by filing that private motion.
No.
For trying to let the judge in on, on that private motion, trying to let them know about that. Don't let them know about any of that. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't need to know it till he sees it first time and be like, oh my God.
So I get why you're hesitant with them. I get it. Yeah. But I just don't want you to represent yourself if you don't know all the law stuff. I'm afraid they're going to get you on a technicality or something. No, maybe the coastal lawyers will help you or something.
I got this. Don't you know? Not only am I a doctor, not only am I a teacher, I'm a fucking lawyer. Okay. Tisha's got this. She's going to fucking a murder trial pro se, and she's got this. Okay. Technicalities, schmeckmacalities. No problem.
or something.
No,
Maybe the coastal lawyers will help you or something.
I got it under control. I'm not going to tell any person what's going on.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, our call's recorded. So.
Or who's coming on. I'm not, and I'll let you put a hint on that one. I'm not telling anybody what's going on or who's coming on. Because if I tell anybody what's going on or who's coming on,
it's Jose.
Then people will try to start sabotaging that, and I'm just not going to do that.
Yep.
But yeah.
That's
right,
very smart.
But because I have to go, but I'll talk to you later, okay?
All right.
Okay.
All right. Sounds good.
Little do you know, Jose Baez turned around, changed his mind, and he's coming on as my fucking lawyer. All right? Oh, man. It's just so much my head can't even compute. But let's listen to one more. The next one is with Harley. 3 days later, we'll do one more. The next one's Harley. 3 days later on February 23rd. And then I'm really excited. I'm really excited because the one after that is Amy Lang. So 3 days later, February 23rd, 11:46 a.m. with Harley. I always do it, Blue. I have an idea in my mind. I'm like, all right, I'm tired. I'm only going to do 2. And then it's like 7 later. But I just love going through these with you. I really do. I really enjoy them.
A link.
Hello?
Hello?
Hey.
Hey.
What's going on?
You still can't do the same thing with me?
No, I was going to tell you to call them again today.
Okay.
It is,
Somebody
Lori.
else had to go through the same problem, and they had to keep harassing the people. And, like, the girl, her dude he'd done his the same amount of time as you done. And, like, he just had to keep telling them, like, what else do I need to do? This is ridiculous,
Okay.
Because we have to schedule it now. We can't do like we did before. Because the other people in the other wards were abusing it. They were, like, staying on it for, like, 3 hours and 5 hours.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that.
Yeah, so I tried to go schedule you one out.
Lori, February 23rd, 2021.
It wouldn't let me still.
Oh, thank you, Grandma.
Does that work?
No.
Doing your schoolwork? No.
Yeah. I am.
Okay. What's Sadie doing?
Back to the dogs.
Sadie?
Say what now? Hello?
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 I don't know where you went.
That was so weird. You like hung up with you. Where did Sadie go? Oh, she's just lying on my clothes in my closet.
Oh my lord, you got clothes on the floor and she's laying on them.
Yeah.
She does everything Pipey did, didn't she?
Yep, she's a weirdo.
They are allergic, yeah.
Complete weirdo.
Have you talked to Britta?
Nope, I'm still blocked. And guess what she did?
What'd you do?
You know how she got like her stomach tucked and all that stuff?
Oh.
How she's getting that surgery. Well, Julie went over there to check on her. And she told Julie that she had stomach cancer.
What?
Yeah, and she was like helping her and like cleaning her because she had poop all over herself and all this stuff. And she was like, yeah, I feel so bad. Like, she told me she had stomach cancer. I was like, no, she just got plastic surgery.
She told you that she had, oh my God.
Yeah. And I was like, what? No, she got her stomach tucked.
Oh my God. She is losing it. No, she's already lost it. Never mind, she's not.
Now, didn't Aunt Brenda actually come out to have cancer, like more recently? Because I remember Allie was talking about something with this But either way, if she had poop all over, sad. Yeah, and I think she actually ended up having cancer. So I'm not sure what's going on, but either way, she's an older woman who just had surgery, can't even wipe herself properly. She's been fucking supporting you too for a year. And you can't even not, like, hardly. But, and I blame this on Letecia because you fueled her mind with all this bullshit. But you should be helping her.
In the process, she's already done it. If she'd done that for Julie, they'd feel bad.
Yep.
Julie told you that?
Yep. She texted me. I asked her how much she texted me.
Yes, right.
She was like, I went over there to check on her. I had to change her bandage and clean because she had poop all on herself. And I was like, and then I guess I didn't say what I said. She said, "Are you serious? She lied to me. Got me thinking she had a serious illness." I said, "No, it's plastic surgery." She goes, "Wow." She said, like, stomach cancer. Wow, just wow. I was like, what?
Oh, God.
You have 1 minute remaining.
Oh, this was the free car.
Yeah, it's actually very fucking serious because anywhere near incisions, open wounds, you cannot have poop, okay? Like, all jokes aside. And she was an older, retired age woman who was really busting her ass. So Aunt Brenda, harlot. But I don't care what. If she needed help and she was vulnerable, go over there and help her. She's the one who's been keeping you afloat. Yeah, septic. Very easily.
I'm not laughing at that. I'm just laughing at that Julie's probably, like, cussing her out in her head.
Oh, that's so funny. Cussing out the woman who literally is keeping a roof over your child's head. That's so funny. Exactly, Jade. It's very serious. Very, very serious.
Oh, God. All right. Well, tell Julie I love her and I miss her.
Okay, I will. Love you
All
too.
right, love you too. Tell Sadie love her and even Chance. You better
Okay,
get some good
he's
pictures of before you go.
He's looking at me. Hi, baby. He's looking at
You
me.
better get some good pictures of him if you're going to give them away.
I will.
All right. Love you. Talk to you soon.
All right, love you.
Bye.
Well, now I gotta listen to one more. Just one more. Because it's Amy Lang, okay? So, Letecia hangs up. Shut up, Blue. Tisha hangs up. And I have to do it because it's the same day. I don't want to split up the day. One more. It's February 23rd at 12:16 p.m. So 10 minutes later, Letecia picks up the phone and she calls Amy Lang. Now, I do not know. Their first communications were letters. I don't know if this is the first call ever. I guess we'll figure it out quickly. Or if there was some type of calls before. I knew that they started communications in the letters. But this is the first time we're seeing a call of Amy Lang. And if you don't know who Amy Lang is somebody who, just like a social media person, didn't have a channel of her own, though, just followed it and reached out to Letecia, started writing letters with her, started talking to her, eventually became her power of attorney, then had a falling out with Letecia. Amy Lang is very sketchy. She went on Critical K's Patreon, read the emails, because As Letecia's power of attorney, she got access to her Gmail account, leaked these emails between Letecia and Al the days leading up to Gannon's murder. Very, very, these emails very much depict what was going on. And Letecia even threatened Al and said, you will regret this, in the near future. And boom, 2 days later, she murdered Gannon. Hey, Earth, how are you? And so that's who Amy Lang is. So here we are. First phone call with Amy Lang, February 23rd, 12:16 p.m.
Hey.
Hey.
Okay, anyway, so she wrote me this letter about,
Damn it. It's clear, all right off the bat, there's some type of communication there that I don't know if it started maybe on a video visit, and then you see it's clear that they just had communication and it's picking up where they last left off. I don't know where that communication was, though. It must have been a video visit.
Hey.
Okay, anyway, so she wrote me this letter about, apologizing for doing that. But then she was like, she got attacked by all these people. People were threatening her. People were looking over her address, trying to find her, all kinds of stuff. I was like, what? And she was like, yeah. She's like, I've never been attacked by so many humans in my life.
It's so funny you say that because, somebody on Facebook posted another one of her videos, because I guess she just put up another one recently, right?
Uh-huh.
And all these people are claiming, because she took one of the letters that you wrote her and she scanned it in and put it all over YouTube and Facebook, right?
Yeah.
And everyone's on there saying, you're lying. That's not her. That's not her handwriting. You're not talking to her. You're making this stuff up. But she was.
I think this must be about Kit Kat, because remember, we had just a couple of calls ago listened to her and Kit Kat's interaction, and Kit Kat said, the letter got out and it shows that it was signed Taylor, which we now know, that's just one of her identities. And people are mad. So I think they're referring to this. Oh, of course, Earth.
You're lying. That's not her. That's not her handwriting. You're not talking to her. You're making this stuff up. But she was going off the freaking wall. Why would I make this up? I can't make this up. That is her handwriting. And obviously I don't go on there and comment, but I'm thinking well, I know it's her handwriting because I've gotten letters too, but I'm not saying anything. So
yeah, don't. I was gonna tell you not to.
Oh no, I am not one for drama. So I guess the last time you talked to her, right? She audio recorded the phone call. I don't know how, but she put that on YouTube too, and then she shared it and told everybody, see, look, I do talk to her because there's a phone call that proves everything.
Yeah.
I was like, holy crap, this lady.
Yeah, I know. So I was just I read the letter and I was like, I'm just gonna pray for this lady because I feel bad because her dad is in some severe chemo stages and she's
Yep, this is about Kit Kat. So now you're throwing Kit Kat under the bus when you've been having communication with her and make it seem like you just feel bad for her. That's only no. You're talking to her, pushing the narrative that you're going crazy, that you don't know what year it is, that you thought a SWAT team came. We started with the Kit Kat call, okay? And then once it gets out and it may not go in the direction you like, you just throw her right under the bus. Perfect.
help them. And she had a stroke and she's been trying to do all that, so I tried to be oh, well, I feel bad for her, pray for her, that type of thing. But I was just telling her, I was don't, don't put your business out there because people are going to take it and turn no matter what and twist it, Then they're going to twist everything,
Yes.
Yeah, and that's I'm not really sure what she's trying to do by sharing all that stuff. I'm not sure what her objective is, but I think it's a little.
Miss Amy Lang, who I just got finished explaining, went on Critical K's Patreon and put out all these emails and leaked the calls between her and Letecia. You illegally recorded your calls with Letecia. So, okay. Yeah, I was like, yo. Okay.
Trained.
Well, and she's not even credible in those terms because she's like mentally, how can I say it? Like she's had a stroke, she's had severe brain damage, so like she's not really, you know what I'm saying? Like mentally she is out there.
Okay.
So
She seems like it. Like, I mean, I don't know her well enough, but like I've gone to her YouTube page and it's like interesting to say the least. Like she does a lot of, I guess true crime stories would be the best way to put it. But she's got like other things on there too, and then the stuff that she's put up of what you've mailed her and like your guys' conversations. And I low key think it's funny because now people are hopping on there like, we don't believe that you guys would actually talk. I'm like, I know they have, but I'm not saying anything. I'm just watching quietly.
yeah, I know. It's just a nefarious world, man. Like I told you, to admit they got a wrongful incarceration is.
It's a nefarious world. Tisha, you so smart with your 180 IQ. Again, we're going to listen to her say how this is a wrongful incarceration. How? I don't know, but that's what Tisha says.
This world, man. Like I told you, to admit they got a wrongful incarceration is to admit that they are wrong. And that's going to be the biggest thing.
Yeah, I hope it works out for you. I don't, really know much about like how the prosecution team, like who they are, if they're any good or what their aim is going to be. But I mean, maybe you representing yourself, you might be able to make a better point than having somebody else do it for you, if that makes sense.
No, that doesn't make sense, Amy Lang. It does not make sense for Letecia fucking Stauch to represent herself pro se in a murder trial. Are you seriously? If you ever gave a crap about her, okay, I don't give a shit if she wants to represent herself. But if you are giving a friend advice, okay, she just got off the phone with the other Amy, and the other Amy's like, no, Jim John Doe, no way do you represent yourself.
No.
Yes.
No, sir. I mean, John, no.
Everybody in their right fucking mind knows you do not go pro se. She has no experience in the legal background. And even if you did, you do not represent yourself, okay? And Tisha's like, it's fine. I have this. Don't worry. I have this secret backup iCloud in my back pocket. And I'm going to exonerate. I have me, Alan Egger, at the fucking wine vineyard. It's fine. And then you have Amy Lang over here saying, you know what? I think it might actually be best for you to represent yourself, so you could really get the point across and not have to worry about anybody else doing it for you. That is a horrible idea, Amy Lang. That is horrible advice, okay? No.
Maybe you representing yourself, you might be able to make a better point than having somebody else do it for you, if that makes sense.
I got a trump card. Like a one that would, if I was to give it away right now, I probably could sell it for $100,000 right now.
What? What's a trunk card? Is that like a card in your back pocket, like a Monopoly get out of jail free card? You could sell it for $100,000. What does that mean? Yeah, Lori. What does that mean? A trunk card? A Trump card? Oh, like a fucking Donald Trump card. Is that where we're going? Well, that's not relative to anything. What does that have to do? What does that have to do with anything? I'm so confused.
If I was to give it away right now, I probably could sell it for $100,000 right now.
Oh, really?
No,
yeah,
not really.
It would make them fall flat on their face.
Oh, wow.
But the thing is, you gotta be strategic and hold it all the way to the end.
Bitch, it is the end. Where was that Trump card? Where was that mic drop moment? That boom, okay? Oh. Wait, so it's not a fucking Donald God. What would I do without you guys? Okay. What would I do without you guys? Because now I'm really embarrassed. Can I show you what I was imagining? Hold on. Wait. Don't judge me, okay? I thought she was talking about this. I thought she was. It didn't make sense. I'm like, what does a trump card have to? All right. Sometimes, man, I excel at certain things and I really lack at others. And that's where you guys really make up for it. So thank you. I did not understand, but now I understand that we are not referring to a Donald Trump card. Got it. Okay. Oh, God. Yes, it's autographed. That's why I thought like 100K worthy. I don't know. An autographed Trump card. I don't know. But now I do. She's holding on to like a metaphorical card in her back pocket that's going to drop shit on its head. I got it. Okay. Shit. I make myself concerned sometimes. Whatever. So she's got something so good, okay, that she's going to make shit blow up. And she's waiting till the very end. Very end. But bitch, we crossed that finish line long ago. Long ago. Where is it? Where is it? No bombshell videos came out. No metaphorical or literal Trump cards came out. Nothing. Well, I would have known if she said that, Mel, because I would definitely not have thought a literal ace in a hole. So thank you guys for letting me know.
Yeah. Don't do it too soon, because then they're gonna try to do what they can to find a loophole in something and
try to keep.
Amy, you have given the worst advice I would ever give somebody sitting awaiting trial for murder. Okay? Yeah, no. Definitely don't give them evidence that would exonerate you. Definitely hold on to that. No! Give that shit to your lawyers right now. Not hold on to evidence that clears you and allows the fucking murderer to be running around out there potentially threatening and being a danger to other children. You are horrible. You're a horrible friend, man.
From being presented to a jury and stuff like that.
Yeah. Is this going to be like a trial by jury? Do you know?
I'm so sorry, Sarah Bella.
Well, I originally said a trial by judge, but like my attorneys tried to sabotage that. That was why I got pissed at them.
Yeah. Hold on, I'll be downstairs in a minute. I'll get the TV out in a minute. Go.
Because I felt like, if the judge saw that Trump card, it'd throw everything out of the water, and they'd be like, holy shit. But that's why, I said originally by a judge.
Yeah.
I mean, the jury would do it too. It's just takes longer process. You know what I mean? It just takes longer.
Yeah, it's a really long process.
Yeah. You got to wait and like select them, and they have to be checked. All that stuff is so much extra.
I mean, it's a standard
process. But it's not my money. It's the state of Colorado's money. So
yeah, let them drag it out as long as they need to.
Yeah, that's their money. So.
No, that's not at all how somebody who was innocent. You already, a year of your life would have been taken away at this point. You would not be sitting there saying, yeah, go ahead, drag this shit out. You'd want to be with your child. You'd want to be out. This would be traumatizing and terrorizing while dealing with the grief and loss of your stepson. The whole world thinking you killed him. No, you would not be sitting there saying, it's the taxpayers' money. Let them draw it out as long as they need to. No.
It's just like if they want to keep keep spinning it, they won't get that trump card. So,
are you ready for like the whole process? Because it's gonna be it's gonna be a long one.
The biggest thing for me is just sitting there through all the bullshit, and then knowing I want to just stand up every day and be like, okay, well, can we do this? Can we show this? Please, please, please. Just this one thing, please.
Through the bullshit. This is the evidence, and it's Gannon's story. It's Gannon's story. And it's just so eerie to listen to this before trial happened and then to know how she acted during trial. Laughing, flipping the middle finger, smiling, whispering to her lawyers. That was Gannon's story. And for the truth to come out of what you did to that baby. And the full truth is still not known and will never be known, unfortunately. But it's not bullshit. And this is another way that you gave yourself away. Because even if you were innocent, you would never be referring to it like this. You would be like, I just want what happened to Gannon to be known, these people to be held accountable. You would be terrified of that because you wouldn't want to see Gannon's autopsy because you love that baby, right? You didn't do that to that baby. But no. And right, Meowsaurus, a lot, and that's why I wish they forced her to cut her hair. Because listen, a lot of girls, maybe even guys, we actually do use our hair as a shield. Have you ever been in the situation where, like it's high anxiety and maybe when you were younger, you want to keep your head down, your hair falling along the side of your face kind of keeps you in a little bit of a protection bubble. And that's what I noticed Tisha did with her hair. It was a long, drawn out hair. And she would just kind of keep her head down, except the one day that she put it up crazy in those buns. But she used it so it blocks off your peripheral vision. And it's that feeling of kind of hiding under a blanket. You can't do that when your hair is out of your face, right? And she very much uses that hair as a shield, as crazy as that sounds. And it makes no sense because long hair to keep up and maintenance, it's a lot, a lot of products, a lot of work. And so, especially in jail, you do not have access to those products and stuff. You would at least want to cut it to a decent length, but she let it grow and grow and grow. And I think she used it as a shield.
But yeah, you can't. That's the thing that makes you crazy because you got to be like, okay, just shut up and don't say anything. Don't say anything. Just be quiet. And then in the end, when you finally get to say it, show your just this one piece. Like I said, I could sell it right now for $100,000. I don't know.
This one piece of bombshell you have. Yet again, if you were innocent, Tisha, why would you even want to sell that? Who hurt Gannon? Who hurt Gannon? You would want to sell that? You'd want to profit off that? If you had something that could clear these charges and hold the true person accountable, you would have pulled that out. But guess what? You say you can't wait to speak when it's your time to finally speak. Yet guess what? You didn't. You didn't, did you? You had the opportunity to get on that stand and testify. And you didn't.
It's 100. That might be exaggerating, but you get it.
No, I remember you told me last time we talked that you had you've gotten your medical records and that you were going to try to use those.
Yeah.
Have you turned those over yet to the judge, or are you still holding on to those?
Oh, we still got those. Yeah, but that ain't what I'm talking about.
Oh, well, I'm excited
video.
to find out.
It's actual video.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
That'll be interesting. Like,
you have to sit here every day and like that's what gets you through the day. When you know 100, you're like they got all this stuff, but then you're like they don't have my other iCloud, and I thought they did this whole time, but then we found that they didn't.
Bullshit. She did not have another iCloud. See, they went through her iCloud and none of the evidence was there that she said was there. All of these interactions, Edgar, Al, all of this stuff, all these videos, screenshots, what she told Landon she had on Al. Thruples, threesomes, cheating with a man, everything. Not there. So that's when Tisha turns around and says, oh, I have a secondary iCloud. That to this day, nobody's ever seen. So you used it as an excuse back then. Well, when we get to the end and I drop this trump card on them, you're all going to apologize. Right. Well, Letecia thinks she's smarter than the FBI. The same way when she claimed that somebody went into the home and that we listened to Detective John Grusing, FBI agent John Grusing, say, Letecia, we have the Ring doorbell footage. Nobody else is seen besides you and Gannon. And she tried to say, well, you don't have the technology that they have. They're able to edit the people out and stuff like that. You think whoever mysteriously did this edited themselves out of Ring doorbell footage, that the FBI does not have the resources to determine if somebody else was in that house. It shows how nuts she really fucking is.
oh yeah, that'll come in handy then.
Yep. I'm like, the whole time I thought they had it, and I kept like asking, and they were like, no, we haven't seen this in their part yet. We only seen it in ours. And I was like, oh.
Well, I mean, hopefully, if you've got something that's, you said it's a trump card, and maybe the ticket to get you out of where you're at.
Oh, it will. Yeah.
And then, they can't do, what do they call that? They can't do double jeopardy, so if you end up getting out, they can't come back later and be like, oh, hey, wait.
Yeah.
She isn't getting out.
Yeah, and I was worried about Angel the whole time. Like, I was worried she was going to try to, do something to, like, sell it or something like that. And I was worried about it for the longest time. But I have to say she hasn't, and a lot of that's because Edgar probably threatened her.
No, who's Angel?
Angel is his sister.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so she
does
knows
a lot of babysitting for us and stuff like that. She actually lives in the Springs because she has a connection here for the Air Force Base.
Okay.
Like a guy she used to date or whatever, and so she had stayed here for the longest time and stuff like that. So I knew like I'd get to see Ty more.
Yes,
we have to Colorado Springs, because of her being here, and I knew he could fly out, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And she came over and she babysat a lot. Like if I wanted to go to the gym or something and Albert was working nights or whatever, she'd come over and babysit and stay there while I did whatever. Or like if Harley was at work or something like that, she would just come over. And she actually came over while she didn't go on the cruise with us, but she came over.
Okay.
She came over one day because we hired a dog sitter. But then she also came over and checked on him on that. I think it was like the Saturday or Sunday or something.
Yeah.
So it was pretty helpful to have her there, but I knew like Ty could come into her house all the time and stuff like that. And so, I couldn't just be like, Ty had to be like, oh, this is our family, say hi, you know what I mean? For the longest time.
Yeah. Does he write you letters and stuff too?
So what the whole plan was is like, Edgar got an attorney, and they pretty much,
Excuse me? Who? What? Edgar, the murderer, got an attorney? It's so nice to know that you are in complete contact with the murderer, and he got an attorney. Good on Edgar.
Edgar got an attorney, and they pretty much, he's tight-lipped on it, and he still acts a little funny about it. But he's not going to let him just be like, we're not going to let him incriminate himself or do anything. You know what I mean?
Right.
So we're just going to use this best he just doesn't say too much, you know what I'm saying? Other than, hey, how are you doing? I love you, that type thing.
Hey, how are you doing? I love you type thing. I don't understand. I really fucking don't. I really, really fucking don't.
Oh man, this will be interesting when it's all said and done, because there's just like, there's so much more to it, especially more than what a lot of people, well, most people, almost everybody knows. They have all their like predispositions and stuff, and it's going to be interesting when they all see like there's a lot more to it than what they knew, and now that'll probably make a lot more sense that way to them too.
Yeah, and not to mention the key that they be missing about how much Albert is involved is like, it's going to be hilarious to me. I just have to sit back and laugh on that one.
Yeah, there's a video on YouTube.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
I'll make it super quick. Super YouTube people, whatever, made a video. I guess one of your old neighbors like came forward and like did an interview with them, and we're talking.
Yes, which I have that interview. It's no longer on YouTube, but I do have that interview. But you have to remember that neighbor wasn't being honest about many things, and that Al and Landon were going through their custodial battle. We even heard Amy Bolton talk to Letecia about it, but yes, with Nicole Mobley. No, it wasn't Nicole Mobley. Nicole Mobley was the one that Letecia asked to make a false police report for. This isn't Nicole Mobley. This was, I forgot the name of it, but the boy's mom, and she said that she saw Al loading a gun and that stuff. I have it if you guys do want to go over it, but not at all. It is not accurate information in it. So you cannot listen to it and then be like, but as for educational purposes, to show how disinformation and misinformation really does affect a case, because I myself listened to that interview in real time, and it made me doubt Al. It really did. But I think it's very important to know and keep that in mind moving forward with social media taking the spotlight these days. With a lot of this stuff coming out on social media before it does the news, people really don't use cable anymore. They really come to media, like social media and YouTube and TikTok and all of that stuff. But to show the impact it could have, so moving forward, when we do go through active cases, to understand that you can't really trust any of this information, because when we look at it hindsight, it's like, oh wow, that was bullshit. But in real time, it felt very real and very legitimate. And it has an impact. It really does. And I feel guilty that I questioned Al based on that.
About like the kids and stuff like that, and they said that shortly after everything took place last January, that like she came over and walked into the kitchen and like Al was loading up a shotgun, and I was like, whoa.
Yeah, that's Leanne. That's Connor's mom.
Okay, yeah, she was talking to them. I didn't like listen to all of it because I heard that part, and I was like, oh, I should probably ask about that.
Yeah, just think about that in your head. Think about what you talked about in your letter. Put it all together in your head.
When I heard that,
put it all together in your head. Yet, didn't you just get done saying you would never accuse an innocent person, right? Yet, again, we are listening to you lead everybody to believe that Al had involvement in his child's murder. You've done it so many times. Oh yeah, I don't have cable, Little Redo, but I really, YouTube is my source of everything. there's a lot of, YouTube is amazing, but when it comes to active true crime cases, it's a double-edged sword. It's amazing. There's, you're not bound, you're not restricted, but that's what makes it horrible is you're not bound, you're not restricted, and it does good, it does bad.
And I was just like, oh man.
Yeah.
All right, well, make sure you
All
get a
right,
hold of me sometime this week.
I will. When I find out again, like a time that I have for a good deputy, because I'm going to do.
Thank you for using Global Telling.
Okay, so that's where it cuts off. So tomorrow when we pick up, because I'll be on tomorrow night, we will have, let me see. A call with Harley and then Aunt Brenda. Now, I'm waiting to hear the Aunt Brenda because we have not heard Letecia speak to Aunt Brenda since she manipulated both Harley and Aunt Brenda. And she last spoke to her and she said, oh, my friend Matt from Myrtle Beach at Toyota is willing to get her a car. And Aunt Brenda's like, no, like she's like, okay, how about I give you $400 a month towards the car? Okay. Then she called Harley, led her to believe something else, and then caused this chaos between Aunt Brenda and Harley, and then told Harley, basically tell her to F off. I don't want to talk to her. So I'm really interested to see, especially now that we know Aunt Brenda is literally struggling just after surgery, how she's going to treat her. So I will be on tomorrow night. Blue hearts for Gannon all the way. And thank you all so much for being here. I hope you all have an amazing rest of your night. I know Unmasked dropped a premiere video, a case with a very twisted ending. So I will drop Unmasked link for anybody who wants to go over and watch it. But I will see you all tomorrow night. So have an amazing night. Keep your loved ones close, and I will talk to you all soon.